Oh yeah. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
Guess who's living rent free? Yeah, it's me, Zeus. Feeling good, everything's alright. I got my head high, and I'm shining all bright like a light. Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, and I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent free.
Hey!
La la la, can't nobody bring me down.
Nope.
La la la, standing tall and proud.
Right.
La la la, living life how I wanna. La la la, can't nobody tell me I can't.
Hey, hey.
We're unstoppable, making moves and achieving the impossible. Haters gonna hate.
Hello, everyone.
We're gonna keep doing what we do and keep winning. Life's too short to be living in fear.
Hey.
Gotta take chances and persevere. Don't let nobody hold you back. Keep pushing forward.
Hey.
Stay on track. Don't make me have to play back.
Hey.
I'm living rent free in your mind. I'm here to stay. Don't waste your time. You thinking you can evict me? No, I'm taking up space. Cause guess what? I'm the star.
Hey.
Feeling good. Everything's alright. I got my head high, and I'm shining all bright like a light. Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say. Cause
I don't care what they say about me.
I'm living rent free.
And neither should you.
I'm living rent free. Yeah, and I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent free.
Hey.
La la la, rent free in your mind.
I'm rent free in your mind.
Never define. La la la, it's about dang time.
Hey.
La la la, the tenant you can't decline. I'm the voice that you can't ignore.
Hey.
I'm the thought that you can't implore.
Hey.
To leave your mind and set you free. I'm the rent-free tenant.
Let's go.
Now can't you see? I'm the memory that you can't erase.
Let's
I'm
go.
the image that you can't ever replace. I'm the feeling that you can't resist. I'm the rent-free tenant that you can't dismiss.
Now can I get a witness? Hey.
I'm living rent-free in your mind.
Hey.
I'm living large, yeah, never confined. Got you thinking all about me all the time. I'm the tenant, living rent-free in your mind. Feeling good, everything's all right. I got my head high, and I'm shining. Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent-free.
I know I'm living rent
I
free.
said I'm living rent-free.
I know it.
Yeah, I said I'm living rent-free.
Yeah.
And I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent-free.
Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, welcome back to the Closet of Truth. Truth be told, I know I am living rent-free in a lot of people's minds. And so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the show must go on. Don't worry, CC, you're all right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on this guy, Rudy Giuliani, right? Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Yeah, I got some bad news for the MAGA group. You know what I do. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth, so help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you don't know who I am. Let me introduce myself to you. I go by the name of Triple H. Greetings, Brother Alex. Lovely to see you. And the first H, ladies and gentlemen, stands for honest. I am the most... Shay, welcome the beautiful Shay. The first H, ladies and gentlemen, stands for honest. I am by far the undefeated, most honest person out here on social media. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, right? All right. The second H is because I'm the most humble person out here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you saw it, but I just took one serious tongue lashing because a lot of people said, Zeus, your lives, you could do so much better. I said, listen, I'm so sorry I'm so sorry. I don't want it. It's not being ran the way you want me to. Would you like to do it? I said, listen, you can take over. They said, no, Zeus, we don't want to do it. Of course they don't. But that's how humble I am. I offered them the opportunity to say, go for it, do what you do. And they didn't want to do it, but that's how humble I am. And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most handsome. I got people on my side, on the other side. A lot of people don't agree with that last H, but to those who disagree with that last H, let me make this crystal clear to you. I am the most handsome, and there is nothing you can say or do about it. And that goes for you, nutty professor, if you're out there. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we doing this today? I got more truth for more truth for the MAGA group. Now, I just posted a video about Jack Smith. You know who Jack Smith is, right?
He's deranged.
Right? You know this guy?
Jack Smith.
Right. Right?
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Jack Smith.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Yes, that Jack Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to make sure you are all aware that Jack Smith is playing chess, not checkers, with Donald J. Trump. I'm a little off topic, but I want to make sure MAGA understands this. Jack Smith already has the evidence. He already has the evidence for all of the stuff that Trump's dealing with. And we're now allowing Trump to dig himself deeper into a ditch, because when we zoom in and we get him, there's not going to be anything there's not going to be any debate. All right. So while you're out here, you find yourself upset out here on social media. Think like this. Why am I upset? Am I really upset because Zeus goes live every morning to talk about the stuff that's going on in the world? Truthfully, am I really upset about that? Or am I upset because I might have gotten it wrong? Right? Is that what's going on? I run an honest and clean live. Yes, I thank you. And let me make this point as well. A lot of you are struggling. You're struggling. Hello, Rio. Okay, a lot of you are struggling to come to grips with the fact that Donald Trump doesn't care about you. He just wants your money. He's just grifting, right? What's up? Thank you. I will keep up the great work. And the reason I decided to bring Rudy Giuliani into this is I want you all to look at him. This is the mascot for MAGA, right? This is the MAGA mascot, okay? You can't be more MAGA than the folks that are actually around Donald Trump and in his orbit, okay? That also includes his wife, Melania. And I don't talk about Melania, and I just want to make sure you understand, because I don't really have an issue with Melania. You know, I have my opinions, but I think it would be a huge disservice to bring Melania in. Now, others might, but for me, I'm like, nah, I want to keep it on the people that are actually pulling the levers and impacting the lives of Americans. So Rudy Giuliani, he's someone that I think is fair game. And I want you to know this. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Rudy Giuliani, this is post all of the stuff that Jack Smith and him have been caught doing. You know, he's in there getting that queen for a day proffer deal with Jack Smith, right? You know about that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how serious this stuff is getting. Trump supporters, listen up. And by the way, before I go any further, you know what I got to say to the Trump supporters that don't like this brand of content on social media. A lot of people, let me get this out here. You want to go and debate? That's not what this is about. I'm so sorry. I know you would like for me to open up the boxes and let you go at it with this person and have a WWE wrestling match. That's not what this live is about. What this is about is Zeus making sure he gets the message out, and his friends and those brave enough to get in the boxes also contributing to that. That's what this is about. And if you don't want this kind of information today, right? I know you might have an allergic reaction. They call it an allergic reaction. Now is your chance to leave, okay? I want you to know this. If you stay here, I don't want to go into another one of your lives and you ask me, Zeus, why the heck did you do that? Oh my gosh, listen to your
leader. If you're
leader.
not happy here,
yeah,
then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
right.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy, in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
right,
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
right.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
A lot of people, they've sent me very nasty messages. Zeus, I can't stand it. You put out so much of this and that, and I'm like, why? Don't subject yourself to this. But if you really want to know what if you really want to know what most Americans know, and if you really want to understand why we don't think Trump is going to ever step foot in the White House again, then you might want to buckle up and listen to what we got to say here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, we're going to talk about Rudy Giuliani. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. An attorney's disciplinary committee has recommended Rudy Giuliani be disbarred in Washington, D.C. for his efforts on behalf of then President Donald Trump to overturn the 2020 election results. I told you, this is what MAGA looks like. This right here is what will happen to you. You're going to have your hand on your head. You're going to be wondering, why is my life falling apart? You're going to be out here blaming the Democrats. It's not going to make sense to you. But I'm going to be the first one here to tell you this is why it happened. The committee, and by the way, these are people who hold Rudy Giuliani to a very high standard, okay? The committee, which weighs cases of legal ethics and attorney misconduct in the District of Columbia, issued the report and recommendation on Giuliani today, following a lawyer misconduct hearing for Giuliani in December that functioned like a trial. This is why they did it, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who keep getting this wrong, when I asked, was the 2020 election stolen, right? They keep saying it was. And I keep trying to help them understand it wasn't stolen. You just believe the BS that folks like Rudy Giuliani put out there. But this is why they said he needs to get disbarred. He claimed massive election fraud and had no evidence of it. The committee wrote, by prosecuting that destructive case, Mr. Giuliani, a sworn officer of the court, forfeited his right to practice law, and he should be disbarred. Right? The panel's recommendation is not final, by the way. The case against Giuliani still must be considered by DC's Board of Professional Responsibility and by the DC Court of Appeals. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I want to encourage everyone to understand choices do have invoices, right? You want to get out here and promote lies and spread misinformation, you got to take on the consequences of doing such thing. Now, many of us know this has taken quite a while to happen, but that's what happens, right? People got to do their job. They got to, give him the benefit of the doubt to hopefully redeem himself. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let me be crystal clear. If you are a lawyer, you must hold yourself accountable and uphold the standards of the law. All right? Good morning, good afternoon, Yazzie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Giuliani, thank you, Danielle. Awesome. Mr. Giuliani has not acknowledged or accepted responsibility for his misconduct. To the contrary, he has declared his indignation over being subjected to the disciplinary process. The committee wrote in its report, we are convinced that a sanction must be enhanced to ensure that it adequately deters both respondent, which is Giuliani, and other attorneys from acting in a similar future. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do, how much truth does Zeus bring? 100% every day. Well, listen, thank you so much. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. It gets hot under these lights. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are not convinced that the sanctions, I already read that, the 3-person committee comprised of 2 attorneys and a member of the public, and it was unanimous in recommending that Giuliani get disbarred. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. These folks, they get out here. I come back to Zeus for truth. Thank you so, so much. I want to make sure, and then I'm going to open up these boxes so we can hear from those of you brave enough to get in the box. My whole point, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to make sure we are all on the same page about. This is the consequence right here. This is a great example of the consequences of believing lies and spreading misinformation. Your way of living is actually compromised when you do such things. Yeah. The 2020 election. And I gotta say it because I gotta be 100% transparent with all of you, especially my friends on the right. The 2020 election was not stolen. Right? What happened is, okay, and I wish I had the picture. There's a good illustration of it. President Biden, and by the way, God bless him, he actually beat Donald Trump because he ran a better campaign, and when it came down to it, he's a better leader. I don't know if any of you just saw President Biden on the news right now. He just got done giving a press conference. I don't know if you saw it. But lowering price of prescription health care medication for millions of Americans, bringing down the national debt, sending munitions to Ukraine, right? Job numbers just came out. Incredible. And the only thing that I keep hearing all of you keep bringing up is this silly old thing about Hunter Biden and the laptop and him getting money when he was out of office. Is that really all you got? Now you're trying to plant this stuff on Hunter Biden right before the 4th of July weekend. You're trying to plant some stuff on him. Why would you do that? All right, let's bring up some guesses, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? We're going to noon. Bach, how are you?
Good evening in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. All right. Shout out to I can't say anything. What do you got?
Say anything you want. It's Florida.
Well, you know what a lot of us are saying about what's happening there. Your governor.
That's true.
What about Ron DeSantis? Can you report to us? Is he doing a great job in the state of Florida?
Ron DeSantis is trying hard since he got his back end spanked around by Disney a little bit, so he's doubling down.
Oh, so he has a huge ego issue. Is that what you're saying?
He does not. Yeah, well, that's true. He does not like people to talk negatively about his policies or his bills or his decisions as governor.
And isn't that something? Do you think he's helping to attract more people to the Republican Party? Do you because he's running to be president? My question is he somebody that you believe can unite this country?
I believe that he's someone who's very successful at isolating people.
Oh, really?
I think that Florida is a great state, but I think what's happening is making people leave, obviously.
Right.
Whether they're documented or not, people don't want to be in Florida. Disney can't just pick up and leave, but if they could, they probably would, especially the big building that they said they were going to build, and they said, "Nah, screw that, we're not going to do that."
Right. He cost a lot of people their jobs, not just with that project, but the thing he's doing, attacking the migrants, and it seems like while he's doing this, he's not, there's not a lot of resistance. Could you explain that? I would think, especially our friends on the right. I think you're on the right, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Closer to the middle.
Okay. Why do you think they continue to allow DeSantis to do this?
In general or in the state?
Well,
I would say in general, you could tell, the Republicans are Republicans. But in this particular state, if you're not already tracking Florida is made up of a lot of different parts of the U.S., not as much of the resident Floridians who were born and grew up here. So depending on what part of Florida you're in, you might be from some other part in the U.S. So you got to appeal to different demographics.
I got it. And he's not appealing to different demographics, right?
He's appealing to the same thing that I believe Trump is appealing to is self-interest. Was that a lightning bolt?
That good old self-interest.
Self-interest.
What is
Now that leads me into and I probably don't have much time, but it leads me into, there's a lot of stuff that's been happening today, yesterday, the last couple of days on TikTok. You probably track what I'm talking about. Yeah. But we can't, is why we're not able to come together. Just reaching across the aisle, I'll say just from my own personal
talk about it. Keep it clean though, right? We got to keep it clean.
No, my own personal experience, I know a true Democrat, and said person was in a little bit of trouble, needed a little bit of help. I gave them what help that I had offered to at my disposal, and they were happy. And it made me happy to make another person happy. And they're on the other side. We can all get along.
Right. Well, why do you think some don't want to, and they continue to divide themselves? Is it really an issue with the person, or do you think it could be an internal issue that they're struggling with?
I think a lot of people I think a lot of people on the right who voted X, Y, and Z, and maybe realizing now what is actually happening. We've kind of got that personality, though. We don't want to be wrong. Even though we're wrong, we don't want to be wrong.
That's true. That's true. It's a lot of pride. It's a lot of pride.
And so then it becomes a little bit more difficult when a Democrat will say, "I told you so," rather than with open arms saying, "Welcome to our camp." Now, I know that we don't need to be. I know that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. You're doing an excellent job, I must say, keeping it nice and clean and professional. I love it, especially considering we're on different sides of the aisle. That is what this is about. We should be able to speak at this level and at the same time remain civil, if you know what I mean.
And I'll say this, and this is probably and then I'll leave you with this is. What I found, though, is you have to find the right spaces. Even though you might believe in one thing and you want to learn about something else, doesn't mean that they want you in their spaces. But then there's other people that will accept you. You just got to find those spaces where you can coexist.
Facts. You know what, Box? You're a real good person. I tell you, I mean, based on what me and you have talked about so far, I appreciate your honesty and integrity. All right?
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our friend Bach a round of applause, right? He didn't have to say that, but he did. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. It's like my grandmother used to say, tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to bring up our next guest. I'm going in order, I think. I know our good friend Kim was here. Good afternoon, Kim, the beautiful Kim. How are you?
You know what's crazy? Okay, here's something that's crazy. Think about this. We all say that, you know how Trump, he thrives on the unintelligent, right?
Right.
Or the low intelligence, or people who aren't going to do research.
Right.
And that's the one thing. Hey, Attilo, that's the one thing that has caused this movement to move the way it has. Giuliani is like the added mouthpiece, the megaphone for what Trump was disseminating. Now we also have to think about this. Giuliani married his cousin. Come on. Yeah, I think his wife is his cousin. It's something like that.
Wow, that's wild. Oh my God, I didn't know that. But
the thing is, don't believe me. Go look it up. But the thing is you have to have people that are going to. When you have somebody like Trump, if you don't want him out there doing all this, you got to put a leash on it.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? You've got to wrangle it in. You've got to get it under control.
Wow.
Because Trump would not listen to anybody. I mean, he didn't listen to anybody. People were, whatever.
He doesn't even listen to his own attorneys, right?
That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't listen to his own attorney. He wouldn't listen to anybody around him. It was me, like a 2-year-old toddler throwing a fit because you took away their favorite toy.
Wow.
All right. So I hate to say this, but this country is not somebody's toy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I completely agree with you. But what does Trump? What do you think he represents to his base? Right. What do you think he represents to?
He is that voice that's been. He is the voice that's been ignored by the masses. In other words, when the people that like I said, uneducated, because don't want to say somebody lives in a trailer park, because you can be uneducated and have a lot of money. So I mean that goes from one thing to the other. But he did stir up the poo pot for the racists. Because remember, the definition of racism is you have to have power. Okay, this is somebody who has power.
But didn't he attract a lot of the evangelicals, right?
He did, but see, a lot of evangelicals are like that anyway.
Oh,
think about it. I've come across more people who are trying to throw the Bible in my face, who are the most racist people I've ever met in my life.
Wow. Someone says he's the voice for the narcissist. I agree with that as well.
Yeah, I agree with that 110%. But yeah, I mean, seriously, the ones it's like that statement, hit dogs holler loudest. Yeah, those are the ones that want to constantly throw the Bible in your face. But you know what? They get mad when you go back down a couple of verses and throw the opposite of what they just told you. Because if people take in the Bible, you've got one verse says, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it. And the next verse says, and gives you that well, what about isms? So if you look at it, because it's a pros and cons, the Bible is not something that you walk by, you walk on. That is a guide. There's nothing more than a guide. Because if that's the case, nobody would be eating shellfish. Okay? Let's call it I mean, really, come on, let's get with it. People who sit there with the rhetoric about, the Bible, bro, if you really followed the word, you would not be eating you wouldn't be doing a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. And so do you think for a split second that perhaps Trump broke the law, that all
there is no split second there.
Okay, I try to find a way to say it. Do you think there's any chance that he's innocent and he's just being persecuted like Jesus was in the Bible? Okay.
Jesus died for our sins. Trump is creating more sins. Come on. Don't do that. That's not cool. That's not cool. But honestly, hell no. Because here's the thing. Here's another thing. People who are like the MAGA, this is what the biggest question I want to ask MAGA people. Do you know Trump's history in New York? Did you ever bother do you know what Trump has done in New York? Because if you don't know the full extent of what he's done in New York, I think you need to get a hold of a New Yorker and ask them.
Yeah.
Because he did a lot of dirt. So he's never changed. That is a leopard who never changed his spots. Didn't even try to cover him up.
Facts.
So he didn't.
So maybe what they don't understand is what we're doing is making sure by having these very honest conversations that the world know who Donald Trump really is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. People in New York know exactly what kind of man that is. They know what kind of man he is in New Jersey. Why do you think New York and New Jersey why do you think Jersey got his behind written up right now? I mean, really, it's like you have to do research. If you're going to you want somebody in a position like that, research. You also need to remember that the president's role is a figurehead.
Right.
He doesn't have a lot of power. Congress has all the power. Pretty much. He's just a figurehead. Yeah, and you put in lock, stock, and barrel no figurehead. Okay, well, hey, you're gonna get what you deserve on that one.
Right.
But you need to look at who you vote into positions for your Senate, in your Republic. I mean, in your House, because those are the ones that actually control everything.
Okay. Yeah. See, listen, I you know what, Kim, I appreciate that. That good old fashioned truth. Okay, because that's
it's not even just truth. It's just it's just facts. I mean, it's in your face. I mean, we all took a civics class. Damn, we took government economics in high school. If y'all don't know how the executive branch works, I'm sorry for you, but you should know. You should know. It's when they turn around, well, that whole thing with Pelosi, she could have, bro. I don't even want to get started with that one, but obviously you don't know how that chain of command works.
Exactly.
Because, Pelosi would be the next in line if the president, something happens to the president, but it has to happen to the president and the vice president for Pelosi to have any kind of say.
Tell them. And we know what happened on January 6th and who's responsible. I think that's where you're going, right?
Well, yeah, we do know. We know exactly what his role was. I mean, the man ain't skipping a beat from what he did back in the day in New York. Y'all just haven't paid attention to that.
Right.
I mean, that's the same damn.
Tell him again. But listen, Kim, I got to bring up our next panelist, all right?
Dear.
It was a pleasure hearing from you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Kim a round of applause. It's Friday. It's Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, Rudy Giuliani is on the verge of losing being disbarred in Washington, D.C. for spreading misinformation out there. All right. So let's bring up our next guest. Oh my goodness, Brother Greg is here. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Greg a round of applause.
Well. It's so good to be back, so strong. We've been hiding from Jack Smith. And that's what we've done. They said that I was going to be arrested again, and that's what they did. And I've been arrested. And I will be arrested again, and I'll be arrested again and again and again, so many times. That's what it'll be. That's how many.
Do you still believe that every time you get arrested, it's a great badge of courage?
Well, I do wear a lot of badges. We call them badge. And what we do is we wear them all along our suit. And it's a great, beautiful suit. There's a Trump tie made in China, and that's what it is. And so that's what they did, and they said everybody is doing so well, and we've got badges of courage everywhere. I've got badges coming out of my.
Keep it clean.
You know what? You know where.
I knew where you were going, sir. But
yes.
As always, it's a pleasure to hear from you and know that you're in good spirits. What do you have to say before we go further about tamping down and probably not yelling at Jack Smith so much? Do you have any plans to cut back on doing that?
They told me I couldn't yell at Jackie Boy, and I wasn't able to yell at him anymore. They say don't yell. They say
are you going to stop?
Well, I haven't truthed in about 24 hours. I let out a very nasty truth fart, and it was all over the internet. And that's what they did.
Oh my God!
And it's nasty. It was nasty.
No, I can smell it from here. I mean, did you?
Yeah, it was a nasty. It was They call it flatulence. It's German. It's a German word.
Sir, cut it out.
Yeah. So, but everything has been great. We've been living well. We've been dieting, exercising, training for triathlon. We call them triathlons. They're long trials, and they're going to be all summer.
I like it. That was good.
And so we're just training. We've been doing a lot of cardio. They call it cardio, Cardi B. And we've done a lot of things to get there. And we look great. If you saw me now, Zeus, I think you'd have to hide your belt buckle.
Okay, there's somebody in the comments. They're asking a serious question. They want you to explain why you gave out Barack Hussein Obama's address. Thank you, Kim. Why did you give out Obama's address?
Well, we gave it out because we needed to get retribution. That's what we were looking for. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, how stupid of a question is that? That's such a nasty, stupid question. Why would you even ask? Yeah.
Cut it out.
It's ridiculous. I can't believe you asked it.
No, no. Well, listen. Let me ask you another question, and this is very serious. This is probably one of the most serious questions. You heard about that stuff they found in the White House over the weekend?
Yes, it's Donald Jr.'s stash. He left it there by accident. They said that it was mine, or they said that it was Hunter Biden, but we all know that Donald Trump Jr. Nobody does snow in July like Donnie J. Jr.
Ah, now that is funny.
And that's what they did. They did a lot of snow. They said there's a forecast. They said it's going to snow, and there's going to be a lot of it. Joe Biden tried to take credit for it as Snow Biden. No. It's Snowy Donnie D. We call him Snowy Donnie D.
Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
I appreciate you getting in the box and clearing that up so that our friends on the right can stop blaming it on President Biden and Hunter Biden. Believe it or not, they were saying it was President Biden's, and he was using that stuff. So
Well, he's not hip enough. I take Sudafed, and I can tell you, just by judging on his character, he probably wouldn't have a good time with the Sudafed crushed up in little balls and dust. I don't think he would do very well.
I hope he's not hip enough. And I hope. Do you have any message for the kids out there? Shouldn't you be telling them just say no or something like that?
We should always say yes to drugs.
Oh,
We love drugs.
No!
Because we always do the opposite. We do the opposite.
Yes!
We say yes to Sudafed. It's a great decongestant, and it gives me a lot of energy. That's what it does. It gives me so much energy. I feel perky, like a nice pair of bosoms, perky, so strong.
Sir, you're on tape. Make sure you.
I'm in rare form today, Zeus. Rare form.
What'd you eat for lunch? What got you feeling so great?
I had Sudafed in my tapioca.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you do, please don't take Sudafed. Look what it does. Look at what it does. It gets you. He's perking and all this other stuff in the box. I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Well, I took Sudafed and I actually started twerking. Can you believe it? I started to twerk. That's how excited I got.
Oh my.
We love it. We love it so strongly.
Oh my gosh. Well,
But yes, Donald, please exit. Thank you.
Okay.
Donald Trump, everyone.
ladies and
Donald
gentlemen, Donald Trump. Somebody do a great job. I don't know how he does it. Wow.
I don't know how I do it either. My voice box is completely and utterly destroyed. And let me tell you, it has been a little bit of a hiatus for me because I have been dealing with some hypochondriasis.
Oh.
They call it a hypochondria.
Okay.
So a little scary. Couple things. Got myself, Dr. Google and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's not something that I recommend that anybody do. Is go to Dr. Google.
Don't use Dr. Google.
Don't do it. It's
Okay.
not good. Do
All
not.
right.
Always
I
go
agree.
to your doctor.
And can you say don't use Sudafed as well, right? I heard what you were doing with that.
We don't condone Sudafed, especially if you have anxiety disorder, because what it does is it actually makes you more anxious, and that's not good for the anxiety.
Got
You
it.
can't have anxious because that's not good. It's not
Someone
good.
said, how about WebMD? MD, you know what that is?
Well, WebMD is bad. That's just as bad. That's like Dr. Google, and to be honest with you,
It's like Rudy Giuliani giving you medical advice.
right? And to be honest with you, I'm going to a cardiologist just to make sure my blood pressure is good from this app. So, to Cece's comment, yes, I am actually going to go see a cardiologist just to run some things by them about what I've been experiencing. But I'm not in danger.
Okay.
It's just It seems to be a stress thing. So
Yeah,
that's
Be mindful of your personal health when on any app, right? And I think that's a good thing to point out to people. If the app is stressing you out, take a break. All right, all right.
yeah. And I mean, I love the app, and it was a great time suck for me. But it's one of those things where I don't know. I just kind of had a moment where I was not in my best state, and I
Yeah,
needed to step aside. And I
yeah,
know our friend Swervin
yeah,
is going through some stuff as well. So
yeah.
I wish him good health as well, because that's what we're all here for.
I agree. Well, I appreciate you because a lot of people have been asking about you. I'm happy you're doing great and that you came in and let everyone know you're okay and taking care of yourself. You know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the kind words from heaven, you're electrocuting me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Ah.
doing quite well, brother Greg. I must say.
Yeah, I picked up a few rubles.
Yeah.
But
Did you?
but yeah,
Oh,
so
wait a minute. Are you talking Russian right now? Wait a second. I can't hear.
well, it's a ruble. I don't know if it's Russian, but it's just a terminology.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well, I need you to dial it back a bit. All right. And I got to bring up some of our friends.
okay,
All
okay,
right,
okay, okay. We'll see you,
ladies,
buddy.
let's give brother Greg and his friend, the former President Trump, a round of applause. What a great relief, I must say. Thank you, man. Thank you. That felt good on a Friday. That's what the people need. That's what we need. A little bit of that and a little bit of truth, right? What are you still doing in my live in the box, brother Greg?
I'm driving, so it's up to you
Okay.
to
You want me
disconnect.
to do it?
We
All
can't.
right,
We
no problem.
you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. I know we got a couple of people. Italo, I know you have a poem and I got you, but I'm going to get through some of this. I would love to hear that poem, by the way. What is it about? Let's bring up Shay. I haven't heard from you today all day while I see you in another live, but I'm curious about what you got to say. There's a lot going on.
Boy, is there a lot going on. Lots of fun
Mm.
in the kingdom, isn't it?
Well,
Woo-woo!
listen, another day in the kingdom,
Another
tending
day.
to the affairs that matter.
I
All right.
know. You gotta love when people they just don't like to hear the truth and they react very strongly.
Strongly.
But that's okay. We're doing our job, Zeus. We get under people's skin and they just don't know how to handle it. And then they just want to blame you for other things. And then it's like a little toddler. I just didn't get my way, so I'm gonna throw a fit. And I just don't know
Oh,
why I'm throwing a fit, but I'm gonna throw a fit because I'm not a
oh,
big person anymore. I'm like a little kid.
oh, And I told you and some of our friends that you all are getting Zeus into a lot of trouble.
Well,
What do you have to say about that? Are you
you know,
ashamed of yourselves or
no, the answer to that would be an affirmative no. Definitely not ashamed. It's a badge of honor. It's a badge
Oh, a
of honor
great
that I
badge of
wear.
courage?
Because, when people are obsessed with you and then all they want to do is talk about you, but then they're upset that you talked about them or one of their friends, I'm like, it's kind of a little weird because
Yeah.
I have backup accounts as well. And I hear you talking about people. But then,
Hmm.
oh my God. But then if you talk about people, then that's just awful. And then it's the hypocrisy for me.
Hmm.
It's the hypocrisy. And honestly, I'll do my best not to bring in, because I know I have done that where I've brought in, oh my God, do you see what happened? And I'll stop doing that. That's fine. I want people to be
Oh.
happy on this planet. It's all good.
Oh.
But I do want to remind all of you that this is just an app. This is not your life.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, it's not your real life. It doesn't pay your bills. It doesn't take care of your kids. It doesn't wipe your butt. So, hey,
Exactly.
hey, hey, hey,
I
hey.
saw you.
So, be real clear that if you allow a perfect stranger on the internet to get under your skin so much where you go off and cry to your friends,
Hmm.
or you literally turn around and threaten to knock their teeth out of their mouth, like, you might want to just get a hold of yourself and
Breathe.
breathe. I
Yes.
don't take any of
Good
you seriously.
afternoon.
Like, it is not, you are not, I have a whole life. I have a business, I have a family. and I love my life. I have a beautiful life, and I love being here with good people. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm here. I love
Thank
to,
you.
I don't say I have every answer. I've never said I'm 100% right. I'm here sharing the knowledge that I
Yeah.
have. I have a good time laughing with friends and enjoying what's going on. And that is what it's about. You know, like I'm pretty sure Snuggles and I'd love to go into his business and support his business. I mean,
Right.
listen, this is just an app. And
Yeah.
I think people need to really, really understand that. We all are like, you know, the orifice of our bottom half of our body, and
Mm.
everybody has one. That's what
Mm.
opinions are like. Everybody's got them,
Yeah.
right?
You're
So,
yeah. No lies detected.
right. So we're here espousing opinions. If you don't like our opinions, you can leave. What I find really funny is that people feel like they can come and tell you how to run your lives.
Me?
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
I mean, come on.
Not gonna happen, right?
I, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Mm.
who are you to tell someone how to run their lives, how they should manage their friends? Because I know you people are not managing your friends at all. So, like
Wow.
it's all good. It's all good. So, and
Wow.
this isn't a place of debating. We don't get up and
Thank
spar
you.
with each other. Zeus took care of that. We used to do that. He
Yeah.
decided that it was ruining relationships with both sides of the aisle.
That's
So
right.
he toned it down. He brings us in one at a time
We
for
used
three
to have
minutes.
10 boxes in here, didn't we? All
Oh
12
my
of us. Fill
God.
them up.
Absolutely. I mean, we used to just go at it. I mean, it was a screaming match, you know, like it was awful.
Right.
And it wasn't good. And I'm glad you changed it, but nobody said, you know, hey, Zeus, can you change it? And nobody should tell you that not to do it that way. Like,
Amen.
this is your platform. You're doing a fantastic job. I
Thank
love
you.
being here. You're
Thank
very
you.
lively and fun.
I
It's a
try.
great way to wake up in the morning. I wake up with you every morning and drink my coffee, and it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome. It's a positive place. Now, listen, if you love Trump, I highly advise you not to be here. It's painful. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But our job is to let you know what's going on with him, because we are trying to save our country. We are trying to save our Constitution. The mere fact that y'all are missing that you're
Mm.
missing what he is saying, what he is letting you know, that he's going to demand loyalty, that it is going to be a revenge tour if he gets back in the White House. The
Right.
fact that you are not hearing this is what scares me.
Right.
That you're like, what the policies? Oh, I just liked his economy better. Well, you can't say that much anymore. Notice how the economy's come back quite substantially.
Those egg prices, they came down, right?
Yeah.
Gas comes down.
We've got
Everything's
the
coming
lowest
down.
inflation of out of the G7. They cut in half in over a year.
I
Things
love it.
are working. Things are getting back, and that's lovely. And you know what? That's fantastic. And good things are happening. So you need to listen literally what
Mhm.
he's telling you,
I agree. And not
instead of
just
just
me,
like,
not
this is
just
all we
me,
can do. Yeah.
you as well, and all the other people who are
Yeah.
brave enough to get in the box. Cut it out, Italo. Cut it out. I said eggs too.
All the prices have dropped. My
Yes.
goodness, including
Yes.
gas.
Yes.
Like, it was tough, and I'll give you that. We all experience the same economy and inflation, and yes, it's been tough. It has, and I understand that. But you know what? 2020 was a lot worse when we were all locked down. Life
Right.
was hard, man. So and we're getting through it, and that's the best thing that we can say. But anyway, I encourage you all to remind yourself, if you're getting upset,
Mhm.
don't be on this app. You shouldn't be getting upset over things. These are people's opinions. It's opinions, for goodness sakes.
Yep.
Take it or leave it. And if you don't like it, you can leave. So you don't want to be here, it's okay. Okay?
I
All right.
know.
Lots of people's lives you can go into. So
Facts. Facts.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Shay, for
Absolutely.
your honesty and integrity. I
Thank you.
do.
I try.
Nothing that made my day. Coffee with Zeus in the morning, right?
Yes, every day. Hey, Zazzy, every day. It's
Uh,
awesome. Great way to wake up. I woke
yeah.
up late this morning. I was like, oh man, it was 7:30 your time. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, he's already been into it for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. there's a lot of work that goes into this, and and so
Yeah.
it's just interesting how as much as they want to say I've done this and that, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I put any energy into that.
Hmm.
This is all work, ladies and gentlemen. That's
It
why I
is.
give myself another H. H stands for hardworking. What do you think?
Absolutely. I like it. I like it. Okay, so we're going to do a quadruple H now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Working, humble, honest, and handsome. I like it.
Yes.
Yes, quadruple H. I like it.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. All right, honey, I'll let you go. Let you
All
talk to
right.
your other
I'm really
friends,
good.
and
Yeah,
everybody
we
have
have
a
other guests that
fabulous
want to
weekend.
chime. All
Yeah,
right.
it is
Ladies
good
and
to be an
gentlemen, let's give the
American.
beautiful Shay a
Woohoo!
round of applause.
Yay!
I want to go quadruple H, but that triple H has a special. It just has something special to it, right? It's just like it just comes off the tongue, right? I don't know if I can do quadruple H. Okay, I don't know if I can. All right. Uh, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you know who this guy is. He needs no introduction. So
Oh,
let's get straight down to business. Snuggles,
hey,
what's going on?
well, I was in that earlier live where it was pretty intense for you, but I gotta say, Mr. Crossings, if they don't want to be in this live, they don't have to be. Like when I come here and all your friends are in the box, I enter the lion's den. Okay, can I have some thunder? I mean, because
I call
actually,
it the
too. I
Thunderdome.
mean, when they come to my lives too, it is the same thing. Yes, I tell you, it's the same thing. You know, people come to my lives; they're ready for me. They want to come in my box and stuff like that. It's just an app. On a personal level, we get in a lot of heavy fights. Not you and me, but some of your contenders there. But when Swervin got sick, I stopped it. You put a pause. He's a human being. We're all human, and I put a prayer out for him. I have it even on one of my videos.
Did you
I
put a
I, I,
pause or did you stop?
I put a stop on it. You know,
Thank
I
you.
mean, there's a time when you're having a good time, or you're arguing, or you're doing that. But we're
All
all
right,
human, and
Sheba.
we're all breathing the same air. So we need to take a step back when people are sick. I haven't seen Greg in forever,
Did you
but
see him now? He was just here.
oh, okay. Well, I'm glad for Greg. I hope he
He
gets
came.
better.
He
I hope
came with Trump too. Him and Trump
he
came here.
did. Okay, good, good. But like I said,
But
when people are sick, my prayers
mhm,
are out. I want you to be healthy. Um,
right.
it's just facts. But if you want to enter these other places where they're Democrats versus Republicans, you're gonna get taken out. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get knocked down. You know, people are gonna take you. But right now, being Snuggles, I am the top contender. Zero convictions on Trump. I mean,
Okay.
we have done it together.
Okay. Okay.
Where's
Okay.
my
Okay.
steak? Where's my steak, bro? Where's my
Okay.
steak?
Okay. I thank you for saying that. All right. And outside of that, I'm going to encourage you to cut it out. All right. Cut
Okay,
it out.
okay. I did.
You because
Yes.
TikTok got this thing going on, and it's nothing I'm in control of. They will just get you all kinds of suspensions if you say those things. And so I wanted to just stop you.
Wait.
You
That's
did
not
good. Kate,
that's
I
not a
want you to
suspension talk. That's zero convictions. Are there any convictions?
right, but I know what you're going to say
Right.
next, and so let's just stop there. Right? There's no conviction.
What am I going to
All
say
right,
next?
Shayla.
Like my steaks? When are we cashing that in? I'm ready
Uh,
to
you
go to
got
the
a long
restaurant right now.
you got a long way to go before that happens. All right. Now we're gonna bring. I like that you. Hello, Athena. Nice to see you. I like
Hi,
that
Athena.
you. Yeah, our friends are here. I like
Oh my
that you
God.
stopped yourself and allowed me to stop you, and so I can spare you another suspension because I know where you're going. All right.
Oh. Well,
All right.
since that judge did an order on free speech, I guess I haven't been suspended since that judge ordered free speech on social medias.
All right.
So I am doing great. Zero suspensions all week long since
Okay.
that.
Well, I'm gonna make sure you stick to that record, all right? And we're
Yes.
gonna bring someone up, all right? And I will.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you. And Democrats, get those knee pads ready.
What a shame, right? You give these folks some rope and then they think that they're cowboys. He was doing so good. What did you say? Not that many lies. He was doing so good, wasn't he? Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for my good friend Italo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, uh, very good friend of mine. Best poetry ever. In fact, if you go on his YouTube channel, you will see a poem about Zeus there. All right. Greetings, Italo.
Not only Zeus, but Athena, Medusa, Perseus,
Thank you.
Hades, all of them,
All of them.
including the god himself who was here earlier. But I don't know who he is though. I think it's
Uh,
Hades.
yeah, Snuggles is Hades, right? I think we made that decision a long time ago.
Yeah, Hades.
Yes.
Hades is not that bad actually. Yeah, he's
Come on.
just misunderstood.
Facts. Facts, facts, facts. So you said that you had a poem for us.
Yes, I do. Have
Would
you
you
heard me
say,
do
huh?
crabs in a bucket?
Oh, it's called Crabs in the Bucket?
Yes.
I would love to hear it. I haven't heard it. Tiffany, greetings.
Okay. So here's the piece, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Italo a round of applause for his poem called Crabs in a Bucket.
And it's not a political statement. It's not. I'm not. Anyways.
Well, we will let you know if it's political.
Okay. It might be actually.
Yeah, we will let you know if it's political or not.
Okay. All right. Here it is. When people show you who they truly are, believe them. Every time we have a meeting, I'm here hoping maybe this time they'll do what they say. Why am I still hoping they change? And they've shown you who they truly are over and over again. So what's different about today? Maybe this time you've heard enough. Maybe this time you've realized you can't change who they truly are. And you've learned to accept them for who they truly are and let them be. You can't move forward with people who walk sideways or backwards. That's awkward. Like crabs in a bucket. Hold on. One second. Sorry, my thing froze.
Oh.
Sorry. Like crabs on the beach, searching for holes in the sand, searching for escape. Soon as they feel any adversary or threat in any way, they hide in their shell, find their getaway. When they've shown you time and time again how they quickly find an exit and leave you to face your fears alone, they've shown you who they truly are. Crabs in a bucket. Won't let any crab get ahead.
No.
Because they can't. Have you considered the fact that you're not a crab? You're built for better and greater things. And all these crabs do is pull you down the bucket. My advice to you is fuck them.
Hey, Jesus! Did I get that?
I'm not that. Hold on. Think about dissociating yourself with people who've shown you over and over that they won't change. Take this from a former crab. I used to pull that crab. I recognize a crab when I see one. I recognize their behavior and they want you to pull the weight. Carry them and the bucket too. They may even watch you die trying.
Oh.
Maybe it's time you carry your own bucket. Fuck it. I'll see you in a meeting. I'm sorry, that's the last one. I swear. That's the last.
Wow.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Let me do it again, cause yeah. Maybe it's time they carry their own bucket. F it.
Yes.
No shame in admitting you trusted their vision. Now it's time you show them your vision. They'll come back crawling, trying to get back with you in your bucket, except for now, you have higher standards. You can tell crabs from crabs in a small, tiny bucket. When you're aiming the vast solution, never mind a crab's bucket. That was never your target.
Wow.
Fuck it. I'm done.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, We
I'm
have
done swearing for the
this
day.
guy right
Thank you.
here. He knows the rules of the kingdom.
I
Keep
do.
it clean.
But you know what? I'm a god. I'm the god of sleep. So I get to do that.
Oh, but listen here, Italo. I do think the poem had a political undertone to it.
Actually
Okay, and
did, yeah.
I do hope everyone heard it, okay, and realize whether or not you are a crab in the bucket or a crab in the ocean. But my one grievance with this poem is the profanity in it.
I'm not gonna change a word.
Keep it clean.
F it.
You're right.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's do
But
that.
other than that, I loved it. I really did, to be quite honest. And thank you so much for sharing it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right.
I'm gonna come down and read the comments because I haven't read the comments.
Well, they're gonna give you a lot of people actually liked it when you dropped those nasty, dirty words. I don't.
Oh,
I don't. F
I
it
should do it
bucket. Look
again.
at that. Look at that. They say they love it. You
Okay,
all
okay,
should
okay.
be ashamed of yourselves for liking that dirty stuff.
All right, sis.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Italo a round of applause.
Thank you.
Great friend of mine. Great friend of mine. I love it. I've done a lot of work with him on this app, and I would encourage all of you to check it out. Okay, we got a few more, and then we're pretty much done. By the way, great live. I think this is one of the most thrilling therapy lives I've done in a while. Good afternoon, brother Alex. No, I'm getting you attacking. Stay there. Alex,
Hey, how you doing, Zeus?
how are you doing?
You doing pretty good. I just have some words for our friends on the right.
Uh-oh. Talk to me.
So
Keep it
I'm at the
clean.
point. No, I'm gonna be clean. I'm at the point where I need to start telling our friends on the right, instead of being mad for the people on the left reporting the facts, especially when it comes to these indictments, be more upset of Trump's inner circle that's turning on him.
Oh.
That's my frustration part.
Oh.
You're so mad about us reporting what's coming out versus being more mad than the people in his own inner circle that are turning on him. So it goes back to this thing I like to say. They want to be very selective of when they want to apply truth and lies, right? So I hate at the end of the day when we talk about these hypocrites. And like you said on multiple lives, and this is what I've always was told growing up, when
Uh-oh.
people accuse you of doing something, they're doing it themselves.
Wow. They cheating on their partner, and they tell you they partnered that they the cheater. You ever seen some stuff like that?
It's ridiculous. And it's like, this is why I say that, typically this modern day Republican Party and MAGA, they're the party of hypocrites. They're not applying the same amount of truth to both sides of the equation. So again, when we have these conversations, we need to go line by line and say, okay, Joe Biden is doing a bad job. Mind you, I didn't vote for him, so I'm being honest. But I'm going to vote for him next time based off the policies that he's passed.
Oh,
So
good
we're going to go
job.
down the
I'm
line.
glad.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give brother Alex a round of applause.
That you can't. We can argue. We can argue about the person all day, but we can't argue about the facts and policies that this man has put through. He's done more than what I thought he could do. To be honest with you,
Thank you.
you know what I mean. So I mean, if you think he's a bad president, it's just so this MAGA nuts. Well, he's not the real president. He's a shadow president. I'm like, what the hell? Are we in the MCU universe now at this point? We're in a different multiverse.
Oh my goodness. Listen, tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay? You know how
And
this goes.
lastly, before I go, as we keep saying it, if you do not like the live, do not come in.
Thank you. It's a community here. They don't understand sometimes, right? You just can't walk into a space and do whatever you want to do. What part of life works that way?
It doesn't work that way. If you don't like something, you can swipe right, swipe left. You can get out of that situation.
Tell them. All right.
But I yield my time back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give brother Alex a round of applause. Short and sweet. That's all we do. All right, short and sweet. I come here and I'm a Republican. Yes, Tina, I know you do, and you know you're very kind and respectful, even though you're on the wrong side of the aisle. You know, but it's your thing. All right, I see you, Athena. I can't wait to hear from you. I don't know where you've been. Okay, you and Italo, you've been lurking in the dark. Attacking. Greetings.
Hello.
All right. Are you here to repent? Probably not.
You lay the foundation of truth.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm listening.
You tell the truth. You show the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They attack you for doing that.
Right. I gotten all kinds of arrows.
If I saw you on the oven and I told you to stop it, and I keep telling you to stop it, and you keep doing it.
What's all that in the background, if you don't mind?
I was eating something.
Oh, God.
But anyway, the thing is this. If you're a liar, you're going to be called out to be a liar. If you're fake, you're going to be called out to be fake.
Right.
If you don't have the proof in what you say, you're going to be called out for producing nothing but lies. If you come into this broadcast or anybody other broadcast and you say something and you tell people, do your own research, that means you haven't done yours.
Oh.
If you get upset because somebody called you a name, you need to work on your self-worth. Because it's you, once those words are said, that it affects. It's not the delivery person, it's not the words, it's your own self that can't handle the facts. Now, the thing is this. You are a target like I am.
Oh, me?
Oh, yeah, you were today.
Oh, you don't say.
I do say. and the thing is this. I show proof. I show documents. I show videos. And yet they say everything that is being showed is a lie. When you cover for somebody who has lied to you for 7 years, documents, transcripts, phone calls, text messages,
right,
liability charges in regards to essaying a woman, and you as a woman lie about it.
Oh,
I'm going to call you out.
Are we talking about Trump and E. Jean Carroll?
And others, yes, his daughter and things like that, and walking in the
and what I'm gathering, you're saying anybody that basically justifies him doing that, in a way, they're kind of guilty too.
Any parent, mother or father, who tells their children to look up this man, that he's a great, honorable man with family values, ethics, and morals, and you know the truth that he has said something about his daughter, walked into the dressing rooms of naked underage kids and done other things. You're a deplorable, unethical, immoral person, and I will call you out on it, whether you like it or not. Now, come to my broadcast and talk to me. Leave other people out of it.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Well,
and the thing is this. Why should I come to your broadcast when you say you want to have control, but you don't want to come to my broadcast because you don't like the fact that I would have control of the broadcast? It's kind of hypocritical in that aspect, isn't it?
I guess. My
so.
thing is this: what do you get? What is the outcome you're trying to get? That's all I'm trying to help those when people want to go in those situations.
You want to have somebody stop calling you a liar? Then don't lie.
Oh.
If you want to have somebody stop calling you a fake,
goodness gracious,
Christian, stop praising Trump as a god when he's not.
Or just admit that he broke the law. Can we just
admit that just like Swervin? I'm not Swervin, but God, Snuggles. Again, he said Trump didn't do anything wrong, even though he's been held liable, which is a confirmation of an act that he has to pay for.
He said there is no convictions, remember?
Well, I don't know. If you have to pay $5 million, I consider that a conviction.
Yeah, I don't want to be found liable or convicted.
And like Shay said, this is a social media site. Are you really going to be upset because somebody called you a bad name enough to where you want to track them down and do bodily harm to them? You're an immature, inadequate, immoral person. And the thing is, it's only words. It's only text. Just like what's being written in this chat room. It's only text letters. And if you can be hurt by that, oh my God, stay at home, crawl underneath the bed, cover your head, and stay away from people.
Yeah, I think the direction here, based on the feedback that I got, right, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. The feedback that I took away from that is, number one, there's a lot of people who I didn't know that listen to these lives that we're all in, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's the most interesting thing. And then they go, well, Zeus, you should do this, you should do that. And I go, why won't you take the mistakes that you see me making and do it on your own platform and do it better?
Really? And the thing is this, my other account got banned until the 14th because they didn't like what was being said, so it hurt their feelings.
Jesus Christ.
But I don't care. We have multiple sites. We have multiple accounts. I don't care. But the thing is this, again, stop being hypocrites. Stop being liars. Stop being fake. And then when asked to produce evidence, why don't you produce it ever? Ever. EVER, ever.
Tell them. And I think I want to make this crystal clear. Attacking said he's more than willing to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. Isn't that right?
Yeah, come to my broadcast.
Yeah, so you can go to his broadcast, and you don't have to have Zeus there doing what.
It's one-on-one. It's not multiple people in a box.
Right. Sounds like a good idea, ladies and gentlemen.
I like it.
Sounds like a good idea. I think it's a great idea.
All right, let's somebody else up.
Get him out of here.
Love you, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Attacking a round of applause. Don't bring Zeus into your relationship. I'm the worst person. I used to have friends that like to, their partner was doing something and they call me up. What do you think? I think nothing. Click. Don't bring me into your stuff. No, because you know what you're going to do next. Well, this is what they do. They'll get into an argument with their significant other and then they'll go, I said this to Zeus. And then it takes the whole situation into a... Now it's like, what am I getting out of this toxic relationship? Nothing. So listen, if you want to be messy or whatever, you do that somewhere else, but don't you dare bring it into this kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That was wild. Oh my gosh. I think the order is this and then Athena. All right, RC Dubs, welcome. How are you doing, champ?
Hey Zeus, man, how you doing?
I'm all right. Just another day in the closet of truth.
Indeed.
Tending to the affairs that matter most, as usual.
I appreciate you as always. You do great lives, and you're always here spreading the truth, even to people who don't want to hear it, right?
Right.
It's like if they can't debate the merit of the message, they try to take down the messenger.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. You notice that I just heard that Fox News is facing an FCC license threat over the false election claims. Isn't it about time they face accountability, true accountability for lying to us all?
Yeah, you know what I say, choices have invoices. The damage that happens when people lie, it's not like there's an immediate stop to it. It goes on and on and on, and it takes a long time for it to get undone. So this is the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't understand the kind of, lack of self-respect you'd have to continue supporting people or watching a so-called news network that lies to you, voting for people that you know are lying to you. It's like switching from Tucker being fired from Fox and then going to follow him on Twitter. And you're a Trump supporter, and yet he hates Trump passionately. In his own words, says he's a demonic force. So, if you're going to trust somebody that you know is lying to you, I just feel like you're giving up your own sense of self-respect, and you're just giving up on the idea that you actually want to solve problems. It's become more about gamesmanship. It's more about a sport.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but don't you think if you're going to do that, you should be honest with yourself about what you're doing? You have to say, I am supporting somebody that I know is lying to me, and I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. Go the full distance with that.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like, I get misunderstood because what I'm doing is like tough love to people who I know, for example, in my own family that live in the South that support Trump.
Mm.
Well, if they complain about the economy and I try to explain to them that Trump isn't actually good for them, Republican policy isn't actually good for them and the economy, I
Right.
feel like I'm trying to help them, yet they don't want to exit the bubble and come out of the echo chamber and recognize that they're being used by the people they're voting for. So I don't know what else to do. I feel like I tried to be gentle and they didn't like it. So I thought, well, you seem to respond to people who are bombastic and, who will, you like to say he's a fighter. Well, I'm fighting for the facts. I'm fighting for the truth. And if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to me. But don't sit there and call me a liar and then can't prove that I lied about anything.
Amen. Right? I completely agree. And if you feel like somebody is lying, okay, do the work on yourself to figure out how to best handle that situation. All of this, like I call it, sideshow activities, is that really helping? Is that helping you get to the place you want to be? What is the outcome you're trying to get? That's the part that I think a lot of people tend to forget.
Exactly.
What outcome are you trying to get by doing the taking the actions you're taking? Seriously.
Yeah, what do you expect them to do for you? You heard them talk about, well, we're going to deal with inflation, and as soon as they got in, what did they do? Deal with a laptop. That meant nothing.
Oh
They
my
kept
gosh, Hunter,
dealing with
laptop.
lost whistleblowers and audio that they can't find. They keep trying to say, well, we got evidence, but they can never produce it. It's another MacGuffin. It's another distraction like the emails. We're just going to pretend and dangle this carrot out there while we do nothing for you.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, and even then, I would go one step further and just make sure people know you can't blame your shortcomings on anyone else other than yourself. As much as, for instance, I do cover the former President Trump, I cannot justify being a toxic person and blame that on Donald Trump. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's the thing is,
That's unacceptable.
the only time that I get accused of attacking them, it's like they don't hear that they attacked me first. If they're going to start something civil and stick to substance, great. I can do that all day.
Yeah.
But if you start calling me names because I knew more about the substance, that's got an issue.
Right, and even if they call you names, right, the thing is you are still kind of accountable for your own behavior, and that's the toughest part about this community online, right? People
Absolutely.
people are going to call you a liar. People are going to tell you you didn't say this, or they'll tell you
Right.
you said stuff that you didn't say, and you still have to be 100% sure of yourself the entire time. That's the
Absolutely.
hardest part.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why it's like, it's just a matter of, if they just want to match energy in the sense that they just want to talk over me after they ask me a question, well, then I'm just going to keep answering the question, even though they don't want to hear it,
Yeah.
And if they get loud and I have to answer the question louder, then I'm going to do that. It's like, don't invite me in the box. And I know they've done this to you, where I'm just in the chat. I'm in the comments. I didn't invite myself. You invited me up, and then you asked me a question, but then you don't let me answer it. So where's that going to devolve to? Who's trying to have a conversation? Who's trying to just have a fight?
I call it a nasty to me it's a toxic abusive relationship
Yes.
that
Yes, it is.
some people do believe that's a form of showing you care and love, that treating one another that way. I've learned that that's not a healthy way to have great relationships. All right.
No.
If you have to yell and raise your voice to get your point across, it's time to take a step back and
Mm-hmm.
look at yourself, right? I get it. These people said this and that about you, but it's time to take a step back and ask yourself, what can you do better with the tools that you have to be an agent for, I would argue, positive change, right? Not an agent
Right.
for darkness, but an agent for light. Oh, it's
Exactly.
hard. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but just
Oh
something you
no.
got to do.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like I'm transitioning away from even bothering to try to show them that there's anything that I could do to change your mind. If factual information cannot change your mind, then I don't know any other tactic. I've tried every other way that I can think of, including fighting the way you fight me. And you don't seem to respect that either. You say you respect people that are fighters, but when somebody matches your energy, you don't like it at all. You don't like Democrats that act like you do. So in any tactic that I've tried, it doesn't matter. So I give up.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, I wouldn't consider it you giving up. I would
No,
consider it you
on
just,
trying to convince them. I mean, we talked about this before.
yeah.
There's no sense in expecting that I'm going to legitimately convince them that they're wrong and have them admit it. Nobody's ever going to
Right.
come to me and go, yeah, Obama sucked and he was not good for the economy. And I'm like, well, actually, he created more jobs. And then they threaten to, well, you know what? I'll meet you somewhere to fight you. And I'm like, okay. So there's no point in thinking that just because I show somebody economic data when they brought up economics that it's going to matter anymore. I think I've become cynical to the sense that I don't expect them to change or admit that they're wrong. So I'm going to stop trying to prove that they are. And if anybody wants information, I'm going to keep giving it, but I'm not going to necessarily give it to them. I'm not going to really go to their spaces in that regard anymore. I'm not going to go in their boxes and try to be
If
like,
you go, it's
you know.
your business, right? Because it's hard to say I'll never do something, right? But my mindset is just more like, if you go, don't allow them to take your power, so to speak, in terms
Yeah.
of how you choose to carry yourself, right? I know for me, I have a lot of family and friends and relatives that follow me, and they got to vouch for me as well. And so I'm a little more disciplined about like how I'm responding out here. But early on the app, I did get it wrong quite a bit. That's why I put that second H in Triple H, humble, right?
Right.
It took a while for me to be very comfortable with people saying whatever they want about me. It really has. And then I've just kind of said, like you said, I'm not going to be able to convince them. But you're going to talk to some people, like this live, 480 people in here. There might be maybe 4 or 5 people that actually go, I didn't know what RC Dub said.
Yeah.
And those are the people you're reaching.
And I can still make those videos and,
Yeah.
put that kind of information out there and counter it in a way without having to go into a live where it's 8-on-1 and it's just nothing but toxicity. And they claim they really care about the country and they claim they want the future to be brighter. But when have they done anything to reach out to us, to win us over? Like, we try to tell them, well, these policies will work for you. I know you think Democrat policies don't work, but here's an example of how they actually worked for you. It's like ACA.
Right.
Well, I don't need Obamacare because I got ACA. Well, that's still the same thing, and it works, right? Turns out, as much as you hated Obama and you didn't think that healthcare plan was going to work, in the end, it worked for you. So that's an example of us trying to, we are actually trying to help all Americans. Like, I feel like Biden is trying to put policy like the infrastructure that Trump promised and never delivered. There's something that's going to help us all, yet they don't want to give the other side credit. If Trump had gotten infrastructure, I'd say, great, he got it done. I wish they had given it to Obama. I don't know why they denied Obama for 10 years when it would have been cheaper, and look how much further along we would be. So I feel like that's where I come back to. It's the self-destructiveness of not, it's playing a political game instead of looking at the policy.
Tell him, Shay. Yeah, exactly. And
I've taken up a lot.
No, I appreciate it. And I do think the audience, those who are here and listening, They just appreciate that you were willing to, have this kind of conversation with me,
Well,
because this might be something that they might be, dealing with internally, right?
yeah. No, I appreciate you and Shay and Sharon. There's been a few people here that I've seen how you all have dealt with it calmly, and
Same
then
boy.
talk to me in the same way of like, just don't try to match that energy anymore. Like, you might understand what I was doing, but at the same time, it's not productive. And I feel like I definitely know that it's not, and I don't want to be like them anymore in the sense that I'm just fighting. I'm not here to just fight, you know?
It takes a lot out, and one of the things that I was trying to explain to people is, I have a lot of friends, obviously, internationally. This app is a way of living for them, right?
Right.
They do what they got to do to actually, and so when the person's putting their platform at risk, you know, you got to be mindful. Not everybody is able to do that. Some people, this is how they survive, and so
Right.
I've been humbled by having to know that, and I try to be as mindful of that side of this when I go in and talk to people. And there are people who run. It's like going in someone's house. You just don't walk in their house and say, "I'm doing what I want to do." No,
Right. Right.
you got to go, okay, how do you run your platform? Educate me, help me, because I don't want to end up doing something that'll get this live taken down either, right? And so,
Well, and that's the thing. Like, look at this, right?
mhm.
For you and I, and the people that have called out me for going too far, or other people that have gone too far. When do they do that for themselves? I don't see them calling out the kind of comments where they're like, they want to find my address and threaten to whatever they
Yeah.
want. I've heard them threaten, Greg's family. It's like, you don't call out the extremists on your side. We do actually monitor ourselves. I
Mhm.
mean, at least we try. I don't
Yeah.
hear you doing that.
I mean, to each their own, right? I mean, I would love to tell them how to run things, but like, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? And I just don't have the bandwidth
Right.
to monitor other people on social media. I just
Uh-uh.
don't. I mean, it's creating the content I got to create and then doing these live. It takes a lot out of you. You know what I
It
mean?
does.
All right.
Absolutely.
April. Well, listen, RC Dubs, it was a great conversation, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Anytime. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give RC Dub a round of applause. Thanks, Pokerdan. I saw you creeping up in here. All right. All right. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself, my good friend Athena. Cut it out, Danger. There's only one Triple H here, and that's me. Oh my gosh, the beautiful Athena. Hello, how are you doing? Long time,
Hello, love. Hello.
long time no see.
You're still handsome like always, Zeus.
Am I?
Okay, this is actually weird because people are thinking I'm flirting with you. It's been almost 2 years since he has been up here. It's almost 6 months I didn't see you, Zeus. How are you
6
doing?
months? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a different type of live, okay? We got some old friends here visiting Zeus. Oh my gosh, look at this. You made Poker Dad want to come up and talk to you.
Hi, Poker Daddy. How are you doing?
Yes.
Hello, Athena. How are you?
Poker Dad, she was saying something about my handsomeness. Athena, please continue.
I just
Well,
say he
you
look
do
handsome.
understand that her job is to help people that are mentally ill and give them positive feedback. That is
And
what she
you,
does. And
well,
I'm
she's doing
really
a great
glad that
job.
she finally made it into your forum, and she can help all of those that cannot handle your rated Z programming.
Is that true? Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. Okay.
She needs to be present for anybody that is having issues with your content.
Oh, really?
Because some people get triggered by your content.
You don't. You don't say.
I do say.
He did. He did say that, in fact.
Interesting.
So, I've been missing a lot. Let me see. This is July is almost 2 years This November is 2 years of Zeus and 2 years of
That's what I was gonna say.
outside.
November is 2 years.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
this November's this no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Athena has been keeping a black book, I think, of Zeus, right? You've been keeping track of the growth since I've been on the platform. Is that right? Oh, there it is. I told you.
I do have a question. Is Jack Smith in that black book?
He better be.
Yeah.
He better be.
Soon I will publish it.
Good. Well, what have you been up to, my good friend Athena? Right, you've been MIA, and a lot has been happening. Okay, you know our brother. You call him Snuggles. Have you been keeping track of him?
I mean, yeah, I drag on you guys a lot. I'm not just on this account, I have another account, whereas, I've been dragging people down, stalking people down. I've been here all the time when you guys talk about Trump, Joe Biden, and everything. I mean, I'm not American, so I totally don't understand anything, so I feel like I don't have a right to stand out and say it. But Zeus, you need to sleep more because you seem stressed out.
I need to sleep more.
Okay. Hi, Naga, I see you there. Yeah, because your bubble eyes and the underneath of you is getting darker. And it's gonna damaging your handsomeness.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say, she's saying you're not quite as handsome as you used to be, sir.
I'm listening. I am listening.
Daddy, you're gonna make me god dang from his. Thank you, Kims. I miss you too. I miss you guys a lot. I just be honest, right? Zeus need to take care of his beauty also, aside from politics.
Right. You're saying the politics is wearing Zeus down, Athena, based on your observation.
You used to be more handsome than this Zeus. You used to be younger.
So,
did I just say it again?
So Zeus, I don't hear anything. It sounds like there's no lies detected.
No. I'm the most honest, humble, and handsome person here. I am simply allowing Athena to express her opinion. Okay, and I do believe it's coming from a good place. However, I'm gonna have to push back and say the handsomeness is actually increasing, not decreasing. So, Athena, if you could be a little more honest about that, I would greatly appreciate
whatever
it.
you say is love. Athena never got afraid of you, and I never got afraid of you at all. I said whatever I said. You look old, you look ugly, your skin changing colors. Look at me, I'm getting better every day. And you're getting better over here, but your beauty, I'm not sure about that. Standing in position of a female creatures, yes.
Well, Athena, I might have to take your
Her
advice.
her hammer is oozing.
Huh? What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? I
Her
can't
hammer
really say
is
anything
oozing.
about it. My what?
Her hammer is oozing with truth.
The sound's not gonna change anything, Zeus. I am here on very first day. You get a live stream, Zeus. And I'm trying to be one of the most, honestly friends to you.
Hello.
Yes,
I brought you another. Now, can you give Snuggles some of that same feedback?
Okay.
Talk to him. You did enough with Zeus. What do you got to say to Snuggles?
Yes.
Bye now.
Hello, Athena. How you doing? Hey, listen, I got to tell you that, Zeus does look a little bit older since 2 years ago. He was fresh, like fresh off the track. I don't know what happened, but now he's getting a little grayer, a little more stressed because there's no convictions. That's about it right
Okay.
now.
I was waiting for because I think in people age, right? That's
Right.
not a mystery. I want Athena to use her heavy brush of truth and give Snuggles his dose as well before we wrap it up.
Athena, yes. Put it
Can you
this way:
give
Poker
Snuggles
looks
his dose
younger than
before
you,
we go?
Zeus. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Athena, please. The floor is
I
yours.
don't see his pictures. How can I give
No,
a comment?
but you've heard enough. Go ahead. Tell him about what he needs to do.
Let me just finish with you first.
Oh.
Right? Now finish with you first. Where is my classes? I mean, you guys are here whenever I take out my
Excuse me for a
classes.
split second. Excuse Zeus for a split second. But this is family stuff that I got to take care of real quickly. Continue, Athena, please.
Yes, family. Where's Kim? Kim's in the crowd.
Oh, now we
Tell
are
him,
fine.
Yazzie.
And Italio, Kim.
But I will stand still. Of course, like find why. All the thing I was trying to say is he's getting more sleep. That's all. That's all what I was saying.
Fair
but
enough.
because the comment got crazy, I could see that.
I'll be back. I'm getting a call.
Okay.
Poker.
All right, one down, one more to go. All right, Athena, what do you got?
I could see like there's a lot of side chick that Zeus have down there in the. Zeus, I'm saying the truth. I'm saying the truth. It's okay. No problems. I'm not jealous yet. As the position of your daughter, I just keep it honest, right?
Okay, okay.
Snug, it's been a while. I didn't talk to you, and I mean honestly. You heard the step. I cannot give a specific compliment since I didn't see his picture for now, right? I cannot say anything, and anyway, I want to show you one good thing today. That I completely opened a new company here in Canada, and I'm working on it. That's why I'm so busy these days.
That's why.
Okay, good, good.
Well, I listen. I thought you were going to give Snuggles some of his therapy, Athena, but
darling,
she knows all how to.
But I want to say this.
I gotta be honest, Zeus.
Listen, I gotta give you your props, Athena. As a woman opening your own business, that is something that I completely endorse and support. And for that, we need to give Athena a round of applause.
Yes. Yes, Athena. Congratulations.
Thank you, love. Oh, thank you so much for the
Keep up the great.
I miss you, Athena. I miss you so much. I do.
Thank you. So this is why I want to come up here. I want to appreciate first very old friends of my Zeus, Snuggles, my brothers, Polka Dot, my daddy, and everyone, Kim's, Italo, and everything. I also want to, because I've been tracking the Zeus most of the times, and I want to say to all the women, because I read all the comments, I see a lot of women doubting on themselves and start, like blaming herself or literally everything and stuff. So let me tell you, if I could do it, if Zeus could do it, you can do it too. It's not because you're a woman that you should doubt yourself. I mean, I'm not talking about independent woman doesn't need a man, right? Maybe Zeus doesn't know. Maybe Zeus doesn't know I am in a happy relationship and gonna.
What? You got into a relationship?
Yes, with myself. That is what I'm saying. April Fool. I got you.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
All forms of lies and misinformation will not not be tolerated in this kingdom.
Order is restored. I
Anyway,
second
back
that.
to
I
what
concur,
I was
Captain.
saying. I am in a very happy myself. I'm young and I'm create my own company and everything. So did I come here to lose IQ?
Well, listen. All right, you two. I got to bring up our next guest, but it was nice
Yeah.
talking
Thank
to
you.
you. It was.
It was great talking to you, Grandpa. And then we will see you later.
That hard.
All
No,
right. All
actually,
right.
it's true. It's true though.
Yes.
Is that a
Athena,
wedding
great
ring?
seeing you. What?
Wow. So you did get engaged. Which one is it, Athena? Jesus Christ. Which one is it?
Yeah, Athena, can you tell us what's going on really?
Jesus Christ.
Have a good one.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me.
My
Dem-
God, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up. Athena and Athena, thank you so much. It was a pleasure hearing from you, and I now understand why you have been missing in action for a while. But I do thank you for those kind words, and I might take you up on your offer. I may consider doing something different. I don't know, but let's move it on, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of people that want to talk. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. You just never know which way this live is going to go, right? Lindsay,
It's
greetings.
Janae. Hello, love.
Okay, you came in here. Listen, you came in here at your own
Oh no,
volition.
of course.
Okay,
This is
I want to say this, Janae. Whatever you say, I am not responsible for how people react.
Hold on. Zeus, this is the thing. This is the reason why I'm coming in. And I'm only going to speak for myself because no one else stick up for everyone else. Speaking for myself, you obviously didn't hear me, nor did anyone that was in there. I said from start, the last thing I want to do is ever tell someone how to run their lives. And did I not say that to you at least 3 or 4 times? I said I would never ask you how to run your life. I explained to you that when I come in and we start talking, we have a great conversation, then I leave, then all of a sudden here comes backup and talking about me rather than letting me back in, which I understand. Now it's your life. We're not telling you, no one on our panel told you what to do. And I heard them vehemently. I mean, they were saying over and over again, Zeus, we're not telling you how to run your life. This is where I think we don't see eye to eye because we see it one way. Look, see, Shay even says BS, and you guys see it another way. I don't understand how you can't understand that. I would never tell someone how to run their lives, and by no means are we crying about it.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Of course.
What do you think? What was accomplished in that live, in your opinion?
I don't know. I don't know because, I mean, as you saw, I was trying to tell everyone to be quiet so that you could finish your. It was hard. It was hard because.
Do you think that I felt good about how they, said?
No, we all do that, and you know what? Everyone always does that. Like I hear the way RC Dubs when he came in here and said, "Oh my gosh, I go into their lives and they're just yelling right off the bat," and I want to laugh a little because I'm like, RC, you come in with energy. They'll match your energy. They just do. So I didn't feel good in the sense that I felt like it was, what was it, 7v1? And I get it. Trust me, been there, done that. But that's not what I wanted you to leave with. Do you know what I'm saying?
I went in there, Janae, and
You had good faith.
since you brought this up, I just went in the live. They send the request to Zeus.
Right.
I accepted it because I know the host and
Shayna.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like one by one, everybody is trying to tell me what I should do on my platform.
Right.
And they're not even asking. They're demanding it. And it's like, don't you think that's a bit extreme?
Well, I don't want to empathize with you because
you only can speak for
hold
yourself.
on. I can, and I felt for you, but then I look at both sides too, though, Zeus. I could say I've been in this live, which I've been going in and out because CC blocked me for doing the 1-800 Hunter dash code.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, but I can only speak. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. I can only speak for myself. And, like, for instance, hey, you got attacking coming up here and saying, if they don't do this, and they don't do this, and they don't do this, we both do it. It's like, it's kind of like, I tell my husband all the time, it's like tit for tat. My husband's like, what are you doing on these lives? Because they're stupid. And everyone is right that came up here and said, you know what, it is only an app, and it's true. And if it bothers you that much, don't come on it. I get that. Trust me, I get that.
Why do you think people, one of the things that I think I didn't understand is there's people creating fake accounts, and then they come in here and they sit down and they listen to everything that I say. Why do you think they do that?
Wait, creating fake, everyone does that, Zeus. It's not just the right. I mean, you just heard RC Dub say, or one of the two said that they had like 30 accounts. Come on, everyone has accounts. Unfortunately.
Well, what's really going on? What are we trying to accomplish with this? I just do what I do. I don't do all of that stuff.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's what I'm trying to tell you is do what you do, Zeus. Whatever anyone else told you in that live to do, you do you. Don't ever try to, because I tell my kids that all the time. When you go out for, and my kids do never want someone else. Hold on, sorry. So
is everything?
I'm hoping you're understanding what I'm saying.
I hear
just
what you're saying.
Do what you want to do, Zeus.
I hear what you're saying. There's an echo. I think
what we were trying. Sorry, I think what we were trying to do. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think what we were trying to do is just explain to you, when we're done having our good conversation, and if someone else comes up and that's not the topic, and they're sitting there, and now you're making the whole live about Janae, which, trust me, I walk into a lot of these lives and they're about me. I'm really not that much fun, but they are, and that's okay, and that's up to them. But I guess what they were trying to say is, then let us combat it. But I heard what you said when you said, you know what, then I'm going to have nothing but a fight fest. So I get it. Right. I understand where you're coming from, because that's the last thing I would want to do is have your live taken down because let's just say me and Shay are going at it. That's not right. It's not fair for you. It's not fair for her. It's not fair for me, because we'll all get taken down together.
It's not necessarily what I think the majority of people who want to tune into the morning show, they're not coming here to watch you and anyone else get into it.
Well, and exactly. I wouldn't think that they would be, even though it is kind of fun. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
because I hate it. I don't like it. Trust me.
And I really get that's what y'all do. I get that's y'all brand.
Actually, no, we don't. We don't. We do the same thing that you guys do. I've gone into many left lives where they're coming after me like vengeance. It works on both sides, Zeus. It's not just a one-sided train.
But Janae,
the train has to go forward and the train has to go backwards.
But Janae, this thing that I'm all about is accountability, right? And what bothers me is the lack of it in terms of you being able to say, you know what, I'm in control of myself. If friends that I'm with on this app are doing that, I won't participate in it. Or if I do participate in it, I'll take whatever comes with that. It can't be.
And that's up to me. That's up to me.
It can't be we do it on both sides.
Well, I can't tell you guys what to do. I cannot tell you guys what to do.
When you say
right now, you're telling me. Right now, you're telling me I've got to hold my friends accountable. I do. You don't see me hold them accountable.
I'm saying yourself.
I hold myself accountable every night.
And I'm saying if you use the or if you use the excuse, I only did this because you did that. To me, that's when I kind of just say, you know what, you're not taking accountability for what you're doing.
Yeah,
because
no.
There's a lot of things that go on this app, and if I wanted to allow myself to do it, I would do it, but I don't do it.
Okay, Am I not up here trying to talk to you and tell you I'm taking accountability for listening, for
Well,
going into that live, listening to you? I'm empathizing with you. I'm trying to hear you. So you got to give me a little credit here, Zeus. I mean, I
well,
understood where you were coming from. I can't help that you came into that live. I have no control over what anyone does. I only have control over what I do and what I say.
hmm.
Period.
Okay, I can live with that, and I think the best is yet to come, right? We'll see it in action going forward, right?
Well, I'm not the bad guy. I just came in here to tell you I thought we had a really good conversation. And then all of a sudden everyone came in, yeah, wow, wow. It's like, oh my God.
Well, those people that came
So,
in, I don't know. I mean, those people that came in, those are more closely your friends than mine, right?
Shay, I'm not innocent. By no means.
Okay.
But
I mean, I do think it's pretty bold of you to still want to, come in and say this, but I wanted to make it crystal clear. You did this on your own, okay? And if you are getting these reactions, I have
I
nothing
don't.
to do with that. All right?
But Suze, have I not told you I don't care what they call me?
I
Did
get
you not read what I wrote to you? You must not read what I wrote. I DM'd you. You read it. You wrote a heart.
Yeah,
I DM'd you saying they can do whatever they want to me. I know myself. I know my heart. God knows me. God knows my heart. My family knows me. That's all I care about. I
right.
don't care about what they say about me. I could
Got it.
give a poop.
Got it. Got it. But
I wanted to make sure we were okay because I'm still going to come into your lives. I love listening to Comedy Hour. I love listening to the lies and the craziness. And it's fun. It's a fun hour for me. I'm getting ready for work and I'm listening to all these crazy things that you guys talk about.
I'm not a
Anyway,
specialist in terms of, all of that's going on, but okay. Okay, and I will, keep that in mind. How about that?
yeah, well, there's really nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. We're good. I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure that you knew that that's not what we were saying.
Well, I don't think that message that you just said is what I received
Interpret. Okay.
in that live. And so because of the way that thing was ran,
Mm-hmm.
uh it's left a bad taste in my mouth in terms of how to actually connect with people on that side for right now.
And that's
Because
fine.
if you want to talk to me, you know, fine. But you're gonna say something I don't agree with. I'm not gonna push and tell you to agree with it. I'm just gonna say that's your opinion, right? And
Right.
that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at.
Well, and the good news is, from what, and I'm going to definitely stick up for her, Linz and I were trying to make it
Huh?
to you on your lives.
Huh?
We made that really clear. And if you didn't get that out of that, I don't
I
know
didn't
if you.
get that out of that. Not at all. What I got out of that live, Janae, is this. Don't go there unless you're ready to get, insulted and that's what I got out of that live.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's a
pretty
shame. Okay,
and
what
I'm
about the
pretty and
DM
I'm
that I DM'd you? You got that out of
and
that?
I'm pretty sure anybody, because sometimes, and I try to tell people to keep this in mind. You gotta look at this like, you might have children looking at this stuff that we're doing, right? What would they say if they saw that, right?
Saw what?
What was going on in that live? What would the kids say if they saw that?
Well, come on. It
I'm
wasn't
just being honest with
bad.
you. I'm
I
just
get
being
the
honest
same
with you.
stuff. This is the thing. I already said
But
I
did you
didn't
answer
like
my
the
question,
direction.
Janae?
I didn't
Janae,
like the way it was going. I didn't
what
like
would
it. I
if you
said
were to
that to
look
you.
at, I play this to my nephew and niece, and I say, look at this. The first thing they're gonna say is like, what the heck are they yelling at? Why are they yelling at him like this? And I'm like, would you believe it or not? These are the same people that tell me every day they follow Christ. They tell me this. So
Oh
you
my.
get what I'm saying.
Actually, that's not true because the only two Christians that are on there, I mean, that are true, three that were on there were Lynn's, me, and LJ. Other than that,
So y'all three
Lynn
were the
Maud is
Christians?
not a
You
Maud is
three were
not
the
a.
Christians?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I don't know how you would think that not everyone's. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
okay.
So you're taking what was
I'm
said
saying
and you're.
always look at what you're doing from a third party perspective. It's you and me, right? But always keep in mind what this looks like to the larger audience. And that's the part I'm trying to help you understand. It doesn't look like you're representing that which you say you are when you guys allow your platform to be used like this. You get what I'm saying?
And touche, because that's exactly what we were trying to say to you.
Okay. All right. I think we're getting somewhere. How about that? I
There
got
you
to,
go.
all right.
But go to your next. I don't think it's funny. It's like usually men are, what is it? Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. I'm not sure how that is, but man, you guys on the left,
Here we go.
wow.
Don't go there. Don't go
No,
there.
but sorry, it's just
Don't.
I don't get it. I'm trying to
I
explain this so simply. It's like explaining it to a 2-year-old.
oh
It's so easy. We weren't trying to come after you, Zeus.
oh.
We never said how to for
All right.
we never said anything about you. Don't run your live like this. I didn't hear one
Well,
person
well.
say
Here's the
that.
thing, Janae. I got to bring up our next guest, but I
Of
think I get where
course.
you're coming from. All right.
All right. Have a good day,
All
Zeus.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. You know, that was interesting, right? That was interesting, but you know, the show must go on. The show must go on. I did see who else came in the box. Oh my gosh, Shay, I think you wanted to say something. What is it that you wanted to say, Shay? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Are
good.
you gonna keep it clean?
Oh gosh, yeah. Listen,
Okay.
and Janae, I don't want to fight with you. She and I used to be pretty good friends, and then just reached points where, and like she said, she's not perfect. She gets nasty in the comments,
Mm,
and then she gets in the box, and she's so sweet, and she wants to just kumbaya with everybody. But and that's the thing. I just kind of got done with and drew a line.
mm,
But I have nothing against her at all. And but the thing is that I get real like what I don't understand. And, she has friends that literally threaten people's lives.
mm.
Literally threaten people's lives. I have never said a mean thing
Jesus.
about anybody. I may make fun of what you say or how you present yourself, but I don't go around calling people names. I came into a live last night and they were talking about the national anthem that was sang by, what's her name? Jill. What was her name? But anyway, and I was like, that's a great song. And she, all caps, white savior.
Mm,
And, the thing is I'm BIPOC and it's like, don't do that, and that's the thing. And then she wants to, it's like, come on,
mm,
and she knows she gets nasty in the comments. She's admitted that.
mm,
So what I don't want, what I get tired of is the reason we don't go into these boxes anymore, because I used to.
mm,
It becomes extremely nasty. There's a few good characters, and then there's a really some bad characters,
mm.
and it turned nasty on you. I was in that live, and it
With me?
was yeah,
Oh,
it was unacceptable.
yeah, it was. I like that word, unacceptable.
It was
And that's why I
unacceptable
said, are
behavior.
you, I'm asking, are people keeping in mind, because they like to say, I screen recorded you. And it's like, but if you watch the whole live, don't leave the part out where you did what you did. And we play this to an audience. What are they
Yeah.
going to think?
Would you let your kids listen to that? Is always
No,
been my question. And the
it's
thing is,
embarrassing.
it's embarrassing. So MOD, I came up because RC and MJ were debating, and I didn't know who else was in the box. You know how you see the little light up, little
Mhm.
light up boxes or circles.
What would Jesus do? Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, MOD saw me in there, and la la la, and da da da. Ended up just threatening to knock my teeth out. I had to literally. My husband and son came home. I had to literally turn down the volume because she was unhinged. And then I went to do laundry and I was like, I forgot about it. And I turned up the volume. She's still going off about it. And I was sitting here going, I can't even have, this is how bad it is. I could never have one of these lives, a live that you were in today and things that happened the other day to me. I could never have that live where my kids can listen to it. That's how disgusting it is, Janae. That is how disgusting it is. And it's not right. Because, like I've said, this is just an app. And for y'all to get so unhinged and start calling people names, making up stuff about them, degrading them, calling them the N-word, all
Heard
of
that.
these horrible things, threatening to unalive them with a gun, threatening to knock their teeth out, threatening to run them over with a car, threatening to kick them their head to the curb. This is the stuff that
Wow.
comes out of y'all's lives. And I'm sorry, Janae. At some point, you have to understand, I would never in my life, there are people on the left that I don't like, sweetheart, and I don't go into their lives. I just skip right by. You don't have to just hang out with people just because you might agree politically. You have to stand for something. But that's why we get tired of it, because it feels very two-faced. And that's it. Like, and I do think you're a nice person, Janae. I do. And so does I like Stacy as well. But at some point, you can't keep saying, "Oh, but we want to kumbaya and hang out with you." But at the same time, when we do go in there, we get obliterated. Like, it's not even talking about politics. it's not even debating. It's it's awful. It goes below the bar of any type of humanity, and it's just sad. And that did not need to happen today, because, like, and I think Janae did try to get the point across. You don't have control over what I say, what Attacking says, what RC says, what Nutty says. You just let us express ourselves. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
But that's you don't tell us, hey, don't feel this way, Shay, or don't act this way, Shay. You don't do that. That's not your job. So for y'all to brutally attack Zeus over that, I just thought was uncalled for. And that's what I wanted to say. And you didn't deserve it, man, because you do run a very positive life and a very energetic, and you provide a safe space even for them to come in and talk to you.
Yeah. I hate it when they get reported here, right? Because it does.
Yeah.
But I try my best to, give everybody the opportunity to be heard.
Yeah, you do. And you do a good job, my friends. You really do. And you didn't deserve that at all.
Well, thank you.
Jill Scott, thank you.
Jill
Thank you.
Scott.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. I knew there were Jill's. Jill what? Yeah. So
This is why we had to have this Closet of Truth live today, ladies and gentlemen, because this is part of the work that needs to get done as well. While we love to talk politics, there's a lot of internal issues that need to be resolved within a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't be mad at Zeus. You can't be mad at Shay. You can't be mad at all of us.
Yeah, it's my opinion. So if you don't like my opinion, it doesn't give you the right to threaten my life or my family's life or ask where I'm going to, where am I?
It shouldn't go that far.
It should never go that far, for goodness sakes. Yeah. As I advised your friend Stacy, and listen, you're welcome in our spaces anytime, but just understand, if you're going to get in the box, at least have facts, and at least, have something to debate on, because it's exhausting to us. And we just start laughing after a while. And I don't feel like you ladies need to be laughed at or made fun of. And I don't like that. That's what ends up happening a lot of times. And so I just suggest that you stay with your people and you come in and listen and say hi, and that's all good and all. But I don't like that it does resort to calling y'all names. I don't like that. It's not a good way to be on either side. It just isn't. And we all do it, of course. We all get fun and get catty with each other and get, we like to have a little good time here and there, and that's all good and all. But don't come in our spaces and then act like, oh my God, oh my gosh, like, come on.
Well, they said that I'm off the rails, and you just sit there and I go, am I really the one that's off the rails?
No.
Am I the one that's really off the rails?
Have you ever called anyone a name? Have you ever lifted up your voice? Have you attacked anybody? No, and no. So, no. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say.
All right.
But anyway, all right. That's it, my friend. Keep up the good work, my friend.
All right.
We love you. You know that.
Nice shell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Shay a round of applause.
Love you guys.
I didn't know we were going this deep, ladies and gentlemen, but it is what it is. Thank you for the gifts, and thank you for the love, everyone. Trust me, I want you to know I appreciate it. All right. Let's see. K Crew Mom. Hello. How are you doing today? Happy Friday to you.
Hey, Mr. Zeus.
How are
We've
you?
been in lives before.
Uh-oh.
How you
Uh-oh.
doing?
I'm all right. I hope this is a positive thing, but if not, go for it. What do you got?
Oh, no, this is Kelly. I mean,
Oh.
I'm so far left that
Oh.
you have no nothing to worry about.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to know.
Oh, well, how are you
I
doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
I couldn't believe that people were attacking you.
Hmm. Well, I guess that's what happens when you're an agent of light and not darkness, right?
Well, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, the good thing is we have survived it and we will continue to bring down this heavy hammer of truth. All right.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you were always posting all of the best things, and I enjoy your posts, um, and I think we've been in lives together too, where we've been kind of debating and everything.
Right.
Um, and I've always like loved our discourse together.
Oh,
You're always positive.
I
You're
try.
always, I mean, like you're one of them. Like you're so kind, and you're so like you're super intelligent, by the way.
Oh.
And that's just,
Oh, well, listen, I didn't know that, but carry on.
but it's really hard, because sometimes when people come on to a live and everything, they don't have their facts together,
Mm.
and you do.
Mm. Yeah. Is that what it is? The facts, is that what's getting all of this dust thrown up in the air? Is that what I'm doing?
Well, yeah, because people don't like facts. People, if you have a Republican coming in, they don't want facts thrown in their faces. They
Oh.
want to throw in well, I found this on blah, blah, blah. It was in a video on
Hmm.
YouTube, or, they don't like facts.
Yeah. The thing is, right, it does take a lot to do, and this, I'll be honest with you. It takes a lot to get up and, go through all of the content that you got to go through and figure out what's going to work, right? And then putting it all together to bring the show together. It takes a lot. And I look at other content creators who run their platforms, and I often try to figure out, like, how do they do this, and does that work? Or, that's not working, I won't do that. So when you're really serious about building your platform, I think you don't do what goes on in those kind of lives. That's just my opinion about it. Right?
Well, yeah,
You
because you
you do,
kind of like
huh?
cut to the basic.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And someone asked what facts. Great question, right? So one thing is you can have this knowledge and this information and share it out, but then the other thing is, how do you package in a way so that people actually want to hear it, right? That's the work. That's the work. And if you get it wrong, you got to live with that. But
Right.
that's neither here nor there. I think the majority of people who are frustrated on this app, they're mad because they're not doing the work. That's just my opinion. If that makes any sense.
Well, no, it absolutely does. And the other thing is, though, is that you have creators that flip flop. And one day they're like pro Democrat, and the next day they're pro Republican for
Mm,
whoever is going to give them more dollars on their stars.
right. And
And I've
see,
seen that a lot.
yeah, and see, so one of the things that I said to myself is before I got on the app, I had to be fine, in my real life before I get on TikTok, right? So as much as it's nice when people send you gifts, that was never the priority. The priority was, how do you build a platform and do it in a successful way, right? And part of that is you got to be willing to learn. And what I'm sensing is a lot of people don't want to learn from their mistakes,
Exactly.
right? if you wanna spend all day yelling at people, you have to ask yourself, how does that get you to the next level, right?
Right.
It doesn't.
No, because the only way you can learn is from going forward. And
Yeah.
if you keep looking back and going, oh, but, then you're never going to move forward.
That's right.
But I seriously appreciate all of your, your comments, your lives. I think you're very, very intelligent, and you're very well read. And
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I
and
really
I
do. I really
and
do.
I enjoy your comments always.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, listen, Kelly, I appreciate you having the courage to come up here and say that. A lot of people wouldn't say that, but I thank you. All
So
right.
no,
All right. Well,
thank
have
you. Well,
have a
thank you
great.
for letting me up too.
No problem. No problem. And have a great weekend. All right.
Yeah, be blessed.
I will, and I shall. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Kelly a great round of applause. That already get in the box. It tell the truth. Oh my gosh. Oh my good friend. Oh my gosh. Swerving, it's always nice to hear from you, brother. You never know when you're gonna run into Swerving. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, Zeus. I had my second round of steroid treatment.
Uh-oh.
I had my leg biopsied yesterday, along with my right ankle nerve. In which case they found that the nerve is damaged. Their protective coating that's at the end of the nerve ending, it is completely obliterated.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have permanent nerve damage, but I'm still trying to get by. This is my first time in the closet of truth in some time now.
This is a long time.
I just heard the conversation you were having with the last young lady.
Okay.
And I think one thing that you hit on was important when when you talk about factual information and how do you package that information, right?
Right.
So if you recall, we go back to Joe Biden's inauguration, right? On day one, he shut down the Keystone Pipeline.
Right.
So I took a deep dive into this to see what exactly the executive order was that he signed. And what did it do? Well, it killed the last living remaining permit for the Keystone XL pipeline.
Right.
Or the Keystone XL extension. Because they always say pipeline, he shut down the pipeline.
Right.
Then as you dive deeper, you find out that the Supreme Court shut that whole thing down in 2018. Because they decided that you would not be building this across one of the largest water aquifers in this country, while at the same time encroaching upon Native American lands and Native American burial grounds. Then, as you take a deeper dive, you discover the name of the company, TCC Energy. And everybody was talking about how Joe Biden killed 3,500 jobs in this country with the closing of the pipeline.
Right.
Or it was he killed 60,000 jobs in this country with the closing of that pipeline. Well, if you go look at TCC Energy and you do a press release search in their search box, press release, Keystone XL extension, what you will then discover is it was 1,400 to 1,500 jobs in Canada and only maybe 15 to 30 permanent jobs here in this country. So now how do we package all of that up so that people will understand? Well, I think first you have to go in the complete opposite order. Here's the press release from TCC Energy. Here's what they said. Here's the permanent jobs that they were going to supply for the United States. Then you take the middle one and let it stick where it sticks, right? This is why the Supreme Court shut it down.
We're
They did
getting
not want
somewhere
us to do
now.
this. And then what's the third and final point? The least intrusive of the points. What was it that Joe Biden stopped on his first day in August? And it was that last living remaining permit that guaranteed under no circumstances would people be shipping equipment in there trying to build something and then charging the government for it. That's how you package that. So it's like, I don't know if you ever. Hold on a second. I got a plane flying overhead.
I hear
Sorry,
the plane. I'm like, that's pretty impressive that you get those planes to come through so clear.
Well, look, when they're landing a life flight helicopter, that's even clearer, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, and I'm sure we've heard that analogy before, when you peel the onion, right? Yeah. On the first layer of that onion, you're going to get the least intrusive action taken.
Right.
On the second layer of that onion, you're going to get the second most intrusive action taken, which was the Supreme Court shutting it down in 2018. And on the third, you will get the money part of it, I guess you could say. How many jobs did this cost? Well, in this country, it only cost somewhere between 15 to 30. In Canada, it was somewhere between 14 to 1,500 permanent jobs for Canada, right?
Right.
But then here's where the small-minded will say, they will just simply go, well, that's not true. That's not true. They never said that. They never did this.
Yeah.
Joe Biden shut down their pipeline. No.
Right.
Joe Biden canceled the last living permit for the Keystone XL extension, which is junk oil, number one.
Okay.
In order to turn it into gasoline, it has to undergo a much higher cost and refining process. Otherwise, it's mostly used for tires and asphalt and stuff like that.
Right.
The XL extension was only designed to shave 4 hours worth of travel time off an already slow-moving transit system, I guess you could say, for the oil. And that's all it was designed to do. And the majority of it was being shipped down to the Gulf Coast to be shipped out. Right? Yeah, we had break-offs at other refineries in Texas, and I believe there was one in Omaha or something like that. I can't remember which.
I love it. Tell them, Spurt. I love it.
That's how you get to the crux of the issue.
Right.
Now, there are other issues that we can talk about. You know, there's other issues like election fraud that we could talk about. But people have to be willing to live in reality. You have to be willing to live in reality. You cannot have, I don't care how great of a host you are, I don't care how good you are at calming people down, I don't care how good you are with the gift of gab.
And I'm good.
If you have someone, you are.
I try.
If you have someone who still believes that John F. Kennedy Jr. is going to come back to life and run as Donald Trump's vice president, that is not someone living in reality, and that is not someone that you can have a conversation with. Because no matter what you tell them, they are going to be stuck to the cucumber conspiracies. That's all they will ever be.
And
so
that
once you have your truth,
yes,
and you package your truth,
yes,
you have to then figure out how to sell your truth.
Yes.
And you have to make sure that you have somebody who is willing to accept facts over feelings.
Facts.
Because I could sit here all day long and I could say, you know what? I just feel like Joe Biden won the election. But the fact of the matter is Joe Biden did win the election.
Right.
And the majority of people who have been caught for election fraud have been Republicans.
This guy.
In fact, some of them have got the Queen for the Day deals with Jack Smith
this
for
guy.
the fake elector scheme. Those were Republicans. During the January 6 hearings, everybody was like, well, I want to hear from the other side. We should have been allowed to hear from the other side. What other side was that when this was Trump's cabinet and all Republicans? What other side did you want to hear from? That's what I mean when I say you have to be living in some form of reality. And I
Facts.
was in that live earlier listening from what Shay was talking about. I was in that live.
Oh my
Those people
gosh.
ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, they should
Those
be.
people ought to literally be ashamed of themselves.
You think so?
That was just horrible.
Yeah.
That was just utterly horrible.
Yeah.
But people will sit there and think that someone hates them because they disagree with them, or people are so quick to cut to violence. Let's just go to violence. There's a reason Republicans have started the majority of wars in this country that have gotten us involved in some overseas conflict. You know, there's a reason for that.
Oh, you don't say.
So but Zeus, I'm telling you, you got a good formula going. You know how to find your truth.
Yep.
You use multiple resources. Contrary to popular belief, I do not believe you're using Yahoo and Twitter. Okay.
They said Yahoo and Twitter. That's hilarious.
Just
That's
like-
what they use,
just
right?
like-
Every accusation is a projection, right?
Yeah. You know, and you know me, I don't like to use any names, but Preservative Sin, she claimed that you use Yahoo and Twitter. People believe that I use CNN and MSNBC. I don't.
Oh,
I look
God.
at Al Jazeera. I look at BBC. I look at Reuters, AP,
Mm.
Vox, Vice,
Diverse.
Associated Press. I look at multiple sources
Facebook.
to find everything that I'm looking to find out about. That's how I was able to find out everything that I needed to know about TCC Energy.
You
That
do
was
your
how.
research. You do your research.
Exactly.
When
I
you
used
gotta
to
do research, it takes a lot of time out of your day. That's why I'm like, don't y'all have some work to do?
Exactly. And Zeus, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When I first got on TikTok and I first started doing lives, I was one of these people.
Oh,
I too was one of these people who were calling people all kinds of foul names, getting banned every other day. You know, and stuff like that. And then I realized if I want to have productive conversation, I need to learn to calm down and control my blood pressure.
Amen.
It's the
I
only
agree.
way I'm going to be able to have that productive conversation. And the second someone threatens me with some kind of violence, you're out.
Yeah.
The second you call me out of my name, you're out. That's the way it's got to be.
I mean,
Otherwise,
protect
you're
your
not
peace.
interested in having conversation. You just want to scream, yell, bogart, and just try to steamroll somebody. And if that's all you want to do, let me give you all some advice. If all you want to do is steamroll, bogart, yell, and call names, you obviously have enough viewers to get into the box or enough followers to get into the box. Take those same viewers and go start your own live. And it can be whatever you want it to be. And I'm still looking at comments going by where
There's
people
no
just
shortcut to this.
No, there isn't.
There's no shortcut.
There's no shortcut of any kind. If you want to be a serious creator on this app, you have to take your time and do your research and whatever it is that you're talking about. Pure and simple. If you're not willing to do that, don't get on the app spewing out talking points, because people like myself, people like Zeus, we hear those talking points daily.
Yeah.
And we pick up on them, and we will call you out. Now, don't get mad because we call you out. Get mad at yourself because you have not done your research. If you're going to sit here and be lactose intolerant, there ain't nothing we can do for you.
Yeah.
There just isn't.
There's nothing. I can't help you. You know,
exactly.
All I can do is encourage you to, you know, like the good book says, pick up your cross. Okay.
That's right. And
pick up your own cross and carry it.
That's right. You pick up that cross, you bear that cross, and you wear that cross proudly.
Amen.
Because that's what it means to tell the truth, and that's why I'm happy to be back up in the closet of truth. So, having said that, my brother, I'm gonna get back upstairs. I'm gonna get me some rest.
Dang, I feel honored. You went downstairs to come talk to us in the closet of truth. Wow.
Well, it's turnover on my floor, so all the nurses The
Oh,
outgoing shift and the oncoming shift, they all get together outside of the rooms, and they talk about the day that they've had with the patient and stuff like that. So it gets kind of loud up there.
all
They
right.
know where I'm at. They know I'm on the move. They know I'm walking around. So
That's
they don't
good.
typically come looking for me.
Oh, well, listen, that's good. Keep them on their toes, Brother Swervin, as you
Exactly.
continue down that path of recovery, all right?
I'm gonna try my best, man. I'm gonna start my own live here in about 20 minutes or
All
so,
right, I'm
and
about to slowly wrap this up too. It's been an
give my.
interesting live for sure, but I thank you
I,
for coming in and saying those kind words.
I just want to give everybody a quick update as to my health and where I'm at right now. But
Go for it. Go for it.
Zeus, as I said earlier, buddy, thanks for having me up in the closet of truth. I will let you get back to managing the affairs of the kingdom. And if I don't get to talk to you over the weekend, you have yourself a great weekend, my friend.
All right, you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother
Take care,
Swervin
brother.
his round of applause. All right, he's going live in 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go check him out before we wrap this up. All right, I seen some people here that was trying to get in. Hopefully, we can be quick and hopefully get straight to the point. Joe, how are you doing, champ?
I'm doing great today.
Sorry,
Thank you,
you
Zeus.
hung in there a while. You hung in there a while.
Yeah, I hung in there a little while. Yeah,
Thank you.
no worries. No worries. I happened to sneak on earlier today and saw your name on and ended up in that live where you were getting lambasted by the terrible people in that other live.
Nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
What was
It
your
was.
opinion of it? Do you think it helped get more support for their party?
No, absolutely not. They were. I mean, just the names of each one of those persons in there alone was enough to drive you out of their life. I mean, they didn't have to be nasty just looking at them.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
They were definitely treating you ugly, and that I didn't appreciate that much.
Yeah.
But
Well, we shall, continue the path that we, down the path we've started.
yeah,
Unfortunately, or fortunately, right? When we started doing these lives and creating content, they weren't necessarily the people I was thinking about, It was more
right.
about the people who don't know this. That's where the message is, crafted for. And it's a pleasure that, folks like yourself and others, you all throw in whatever you can contribute to help get the perspective and the truth out. Because I truly do believe there is a population of people out there that don't know the stuff we're talking about. I really do believe that.
That is true. That
Right?
is true, and you put that out every day, and I see that, and I heard what they were trying to tell you, which was, and she was getting upset because we talked about her after she left the live, and she was down in the comments and she
Oh,
wanted to come back up and she couldn't. They wouldn't let her back up, and that somehow hurt her feelings. I don't know what was going on there, but uh, it was certainly didn't require them telling you what to do in your life.
mm. Well, and again, I think what was fascinating to me is they know so much about what I do in my lives, but they don't come up and say anything in the box or anything while the show's going. They tell me, well, I was in there with a backup account. You didn't know I was there listening to you, Zeus, but I was there. I thought that was fascinating. I was like, so I think what I'm getting is you listen to the lives every morning and thank you, but in terms of telling me what to do, I don't quite get that.
I understood that.
Yeah.
That they were just trying to push their how they felt you need to do your lives. They were trying to tell you that, and I was going, but he doesn't run a live like that. I mean, that's not his live. He doesn't operate that way, and they weren't getting it. They just
Yeah.
weren't getting it.
Maybe that's what it
Yeah,
was. They just didn't see where I was trying to say. But one of them did. I,
yeah,
I forget what her name was, but she was like, if you don't like it, don't go there. And I
yeah.
respect that. I'm like, it's not for you. It's not for you. Every day I play the clip from Donald Trump, right?
If you're not happy here,
Here.
then you
Yeah,
can
that's
leave.
right.
I
You
plead.
can leave.
Right?
That's exactly right. And
You,
Jack Smith's coming. So Trump
yeah, right,
supporters, get your knee pads.
right.
Absolutely.
He's deranged, Jack Smith.
I didn't say this stuff. This is stuff out there for public consumption.
That's right.
Okay, we
I
know
think you
how.
got him upset, buddy. Well, you have a great evening, okay?
All right, all right. You
And I love
too.
you live, and thanks for having me up, bud.
You're
You have a
welcome. You're
great evening.
welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, let's give Joe a round of. Hey, what's going on, champion?
Hey, did you see that last comment I made?
Nuh-uh, what did you say?
The United States is going to run out of knee pads.
Ah! Hey. Well, if they do, we'll figure out how to get an emergency supply.
Supply. Yeah.
We'll work with China to get them, right? But we'll
We'll
get
get
the.
some China, some Trump brand knee pads.
We'll work with China. We'll work with it, whatever country we got, but
Oh
we
my
will get
God.
them. You got a
Uh,
couple hundred left. Hand them out. Hand
oh,
them out.
they were hammering you there in that live. I was there also, and I was like,
Oh,
oh my. I ended up leaving. I was like, this is BS. Nobody should be attacking that man like that. Because you always happy, like everybody has said. You always got a nice smile. You're always smiling about what you do. You have a beautiful smile, very handsome smile. I mean, Jesus Christ, how can anybody put you down?
oh my God.
You're such a nice person, and you're just telling the truth. They don't like the truth. That's what hurts
Do
their
you do
feelings.
you, do you do you think it has something to do with
Jack Smith.
Hey, I
Jack
said in a
Smith.
live, yeah, I said in a live the other night. What the beauty of Jack Smith is Jack Smith's going to get Donald Trump, and then he's going back to The Hague, and he's going to get Vladimir Putin.
Oh!
He's
So
going to get
you're
a double.
saying that
Yeah.
we represent Jack Smith. That's what
Watch
they're
out,
saying.
Putin! Jack Smith's coming!
Donald Trump is indicted and they take
One
one charge
charge.
and they turn it into 36 charges.
Yes.
No,
That's
it's for
Jack Smith.
each document, you dumbass.
Keep it clean now. Hold on now.
Sorry.
You have to keep it clean.
Okay, you dumb rump.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Dumb rump.
Yes.
It applies to him only.
Oh my gosh. And they indicted me. Yeah.
And they say you can indict a ham.
A ham sandwich.
Yeah, ham sandwich. Well, they already got the first part of the meat, the rump, because he's a pig man.
Ah, yeah. Those indictments are here, and I don't get why they're so mad at Jack Smith when they know what Jack Smith said.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge
Badge
of
of
courage.
courage.
Right?
Hey, do you have the one
Badge
where
of
he
courage?
says? Do you have the one where he says you can say it enough, you can repeat it enough, you
Longer?
can.
Yeah, I need to put that one in there. I'll
You
get
need to
it.
get that one and you can say you can play that one because that's all he does is he repeats the same lie over and over and over and it goes into their brain and it's stuck.
Mm.
Like in that movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Blue the Gamaglada. I can't even say the word.
Yeah.
The alligator part of the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that movie I'm talking about, right? Waterboy.
Oh yes, I love that movie. I go back and watch it.
When he attacks the professor.
I don't
And
remember
he's in the
that.
classroom. My mama said.
Oh
That's their
yeah.
mentality. My mama said that Rump's a good person.
I
My mama
remember
said
now.
he's the
Oh my
best
gosh.
president ever.
Get my laughed out. We need to go watch The Water Boy.
That and the movie about the future.
Which one?
Idiocracy.
Oh. I have to go
If you
check that one out. But
if you've
send it
not
to
seen
me.
Idiocracy, once you watch it, you'll get it.
I can't say I remember that one. That's I
If you
probably would
watch
have to see it.
if
What
you
year
watch
did it come out?
Idiocracy, you'll get it, and
You
we're
have to
living
send
it,
it. Let
and
me
we're
look at
living
this.
it. It's about 1,000 or 2,000 years early.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got to watch the
it
movie.
came out. It's a sci-fi comedy. It came out in 2006. Sounds about right.
Yes, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I might
Well, it's
have to
been
go
fun
check that
live.
out.
You're an awesome. I mean, it's been fun, Zeus. You're an awesome guest. I mean, awesome host. You have an awesome show. You do a lot of research, and you do, like everybody said tonight, you do a great job. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Well, listen, I appreciate that, champ. I
And
really
and
do.
if they do, you can say F off. That's
Ah!
clean.
Fair enough.
That was clean.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this is a settled matter. I think we're all agreeing. Thank you, Myron. I
Oh,
think,
that's cool.
yeah, right. I think what I'm hearing is that we need to continue bringing the truth. Is that kind of where we're
Oh,
at, ladies and
oh, throw
gentlemen?
that lightning down, Zeus.
All right.
Throw that lightning down.
We need to carry on and bring the truth. Is that what I'm hearing, ladies and
Carry
gentlemen?
on, bring the truth, sir.
All right. All right. Well, I will and I shall, ladies and gentlemen.
You have a good
Uh,
night, sir.
All right, you two. And ladies and gentlemen, I do have to run. It was a great live. If I didn't get to you, I'm so sorry. But I do gotta run. But it does sound like you are all in favor of Zeus bringing the truth. Angela, oh, did you want to say something, Angela? I'm so sorry. I'll make room for you, Angela. Go for it. Go for it. I knew you. You know I gotta check in with you. How are you doing?
I won't take very long.
Okay.
How are
What are
you
you doing?
doing?
I'm doing great. Like I've eaten a bowl of frosted flakes. Actually, 1,000 bowls of frosted flakes.
What are your plans for tonight? Where are you headed?
Well, I am
Yeah, you going
going
out,
to.
having a good time?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
okay.
find
Okay.
me, some people to hang out with, possibly, and some places to go eat at, possibly, and then I'm gonna tuck it in. You know, I can't be out here in these streets. It's
I was going to
nasty.
say, are you going to stay off these TikTok streets tonight and just kind of take a breather?
No, wait a second. I might be, poking around in a couple of
Okay.
lots. If you're doing something, I might poke around in there. But
Oh, all right.
I've had enough, right? I've had enough today. I
You
think.
know, me too. I kind of want to talk politics, but I also I have a rebuttal to something that was said earlier. I had a friend text me, and I don't want to say a name, but you had someone in the box that really feels bullied.
Oh.
And I feel so bad for that person, except I got a message from that person bullying me out of nowhere. I know. Can you
The
believe
person
it?
you said, from what I'm gathering, and there's a person claiming to be a victim of
Yes.
getting bullied, and this same person is bullying you.
Isn't that crazy? Yes, it's crazy. Zeus, I was just sitting at home in my business. I got this message accusing me of all these horrible things, and I don't ever speak to this person. This is so weird. But this is the closet of truth, and I think the truth should be out there.
Well, yeah, I
mean,
can't dispute
I
that.
really don't think you should claim to be a victim when you are attacking someone in comment sections and in messages when I don't even talk to you. I don't know what this person's problem is. Maybe they had a little too much to drink. I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
But
The plot thickens. This is wild.
it is. And, I don't want to turn this into like a soap opera or
Right.
anything, but I just want to say that don't claim you're a darn victim when you are going into places where you don't need to be. And especially you don't need to be in my DMs when I barely know who the heck you are. Stay out of my DMs. Stop accusing me of another creator being my boyfriend. I mean, this is a real soap opera, Zeus.
What?
Yes.
I am.
Isn't it disgusting?
Oh my God!
Just
I can't.
because I go into a certain person's live because I enjoy it. Not you. It's not you. It's another creator that I have a good time with. We talk politics.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't
Wow.
claim to be a victim when you're actually the bully and talking smack. I stopped myself. I was going to say a bad word, but I'm not going to keep you. But I don't like people claiming to be a victim when they're not.
Right. Cut it out.
Heaven, it's not you.
Oh, it's not you, Heaven.
Heaven, I love you. But no, I just wanted to stop in. I'm glad you made time for me because I just want to get that out there. I really do. Maybe just stay out of places that, you think you're going to stay out.
Yeah, if you can't handle the heat, then don't go in the kitchen.
That's what I'm saying.
And that goes for me as well, right? I mean, if I can't, I probably thinking twice, I was like, I knew what I was going to get into, but I just didn't know why.
Don't come into Angela's DMs too.
Facts!
Stay out of my DMs. I don't even know you. So just stay the heck out. Leave me alone. I don't bother you. Don't bother me. Because you know what, Zeus?
What's that?
I'm known to be a pretty nice person.
Right.
I really am. I'm known to be a pretty nice person. But I was not nice the other day. I'm not going to lie. But I had to match the energy. I don't usually go there and take the high road. But if you're in here, stay the heck out of my DMs.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Leave me alone. That's all I'm asking.
Well, fair enough.
I mean, this isn't a soap opera here. Let's just debate politics. You think?
Yeah, fair. And I'm going to go one step further. Honestly, I want for the people who don't like. Listen, the thunder's ready to strike. Right? If you don't like the content of any content creator, always remember you have the right to leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
There it is.
That's the piece you got to hold on to. All right.
There it is. If you don't like it, leave and stay out of Angela's DMs because she ain't bothering nobody. All right.
Thanks.
That's all I'm saying. Thanks for making the time for me, and go enjoy your Friday night.
All right, I will and I shall. Shanna, I don't have anything to say, but if you want to, you can. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Later, I saw Shanna ask me, did I have anything to say? I don't think there's much more to say on this because Zeus and the kingdom has already addressed it. Oh my gosh. I've already addressed it, and it is now time for me to depart and tend to the affairs in the kingdom. Every one of you have a great rest of your weekend, and take care.
This is just another level for me. This is just another level for me. I ain't got no time for no local jokers or no hocus pocus who keep taking all these photos. Trying to make me lose my focus and make me go local. I'm on another level when I'm playing with these vocals. I ain't got no time for no local jokers or no hocus pocus who keep taking all these photos. Trying to make me lose my focus and make me go local. I'm on another level when I'm playing with these vocals. What you really mean when you said that? What you really mean when you text that? I know what you mean, let's keep it real, Jack. I know what you need real Rex. The game has changed, yeah, I had to change decks. And I'm with the giving, gonna bring it back. I had to switch it up and make them do the dishes. All this money counting got me feeling vicious. They calling me your honor. I'm not guilty of them charges, now get me out the system. Don't play me like a joker. Don't play me like it's fun. I ain't got no time for no local jokers. No hocus pocus who keep taking all these photos. Make me go local. I'm on another level when I'm playing with these vocals. I ain't got no time for no local jokers or no hocus pocus who keep taking all these photos. Trying to make me lose my focus and make me go local. On another level when I'm playing with these vocals. You try to run the play, but I'm a vet. Did you think that you could get away with that? This is what I mean. You be acting funny. Ain't no way that you can hide it or deny me. Hit up with that boom 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 and wreck that. Let's go. She said she was gonna text me and ain't text me back. The stuff you saying got me thinking you're suspicious. I gotta keep it solid and be surreptitious. Yeah, it's getting ugly out here. Yeah, go and get your make
Go get your makeup.
Yeah, don't play me like a joker. Hey, yeah, don't play me like it's poker. I ain't got no time for no local jokers or no hocus pocus who keep taking all these focus and make me go local. On another level when I'm playing with these vocals. I ain't got no time for no local jokers or no hocus pocus who keep taking all these photos. Trying to make me lose my focus and make me go local. I'm on another level when I'm playing with these vocals.
Yes, thank you, Evan. No time for no local jokers, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your weekend. We are out of here. Before I go, you know what I gotta say?
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage.